Hello, everyone. Hey, what's
Hello,
going on,
everybody.
everybody?
I see
Hey,
we have a lot of people here tonight. I'm actually
yes.
joining y'all both ways tonight. And each is, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Well, now, baby Ilani has eaten part of my Bluetooth, the rubber part of it. So I was lucky to even find it. I just found it. So bear with me tonight if it falls out. But thank y'all for waiting for us.
Yes,
And
thank you for
as I
joining.
was saying, y'all can see what say, Ish.
No, I was saying thank you for joining. Mhm.
Oh, okay. And I'm just going to go on and get us started. Um, I usually start with affirmation, but tonight I'm going to ask that we just start praying for each other because there's so much going on in the world today. Um, so many people going through things. So much stress is in the world, which is some of the part of the things we're going to talk about today. But just pray for one another, for us to be strengthened, because we can't stop what's going on. And when you cannot stop what is going on, the only thing you can do is pray for the strength. And when you pray for that strength, trust me, it will come. So tonight, let's just all say a prayer for each other and just start a domino effect of prayer going around. And let's get ready to have some fun on Uncensored Minds.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. We definitely need those prayers.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
So,
Thank you so
Eesh,
much. Yes,
girl, we gotta
ma'am.
go by ourselves again for just a little while. Girl, we better do the thing
Yes.
because you know if we don't, you know the gals are gonna get us.
I know they're gonna be all on our top. All on our top. How was your weekend though,
Is
Karen?
it was good. It was good. I
Good.
did just the natural stuff, trying to stay out the heat. It is so
Yeah.
hot. But I did have an experiment, y'all, with a pet deer. So I had fun with the pet deer and went walking with the pet deer on Friday. And Saturday I worked. And
Okay.
today I went to Atlanta, came back and washed.
Okay. That
Superwoman.
sounds good. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. Thank you all for joining us. Make sure you like and share the video. Make sure you also be sure to like, subscribe to the channel so that way you'll never miss a beat. Never, 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 never. So make sure you all go do that and also share the videos so that we can keep going up, up, up.
Ill.
Hey.
Hello, Poppy's here.
Girls are drugs. Yes, we
um,
are now.
it
What?
did.
Addictive.
Thank y'all for holding it opening up for us. This is Uncensored Minds episode what, KD?
Huh? I said Poppy's here.
No. The Minds episode what, KD?
Episode 83.
Episode 83. We're in the building. Thank y'all again for joining us. Thank y'all again for always continuing support. We got a great show for y'all tonight. As y'all always know, we start the show off with the beautiful two ladies, to my left and to my right. Each with Raw Honey. Make sure y'all go out there and support that. And KD with Karen on the move, Karen's Corner, and everything about Karen. So, what I mean, let's make sure we go out there and support each other like we know we're supposed to. So we're gonna get right into it, right?
Hey,
So the icebreaker question of the day is: do you watch more YouTube or TV?
this
Do
is
you watch more
That's
okay.
YouTube
easy for me.
or TV?
YouTube. YouTube.
Yeah, so I got
I'm
cable.
I'm constantly I'm constantly on YouTube. Constantly.
hmm hmm
Yeah.
That's what I found myself doing too. I got Xfinity and I don't even use it. They just robbing me every single month because I'm either watching like Netflix, Hulu, or YouTube. So I'm going to go with YouTube more.
I'm actually the opposite. I watch neither TV or
Neither.
YouTube. I'm more I'm more of either sports, which is on regular TV, or I'm at work chilling, playing a video game or whatever the case may be. So if I had to choose though, it probably would be, and y'all might not think this of me, but if I had to choose between TV and YouTube, it would probably be TV, because one of my favorite networks is on TV, and that's the Home and Garden channel. So HGTV is my favorite channel outside of ESPN.
Really?
The fun fact about Nell, one of his favorite TV shows, probably 1A and 1B would be probably HGTV, ESPN, or ESPN, HGTV.
So what you watch on HGTV, like the remodeling of the houses, or just like you like
I'm Property Brothers, I'm Lottery Winner, Mr. Fix It, Like It or Love It. I'm everything. Like, if I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't sleep, or I just want to lay there, I'm probably going to turn on HGTV until I fall asleep. When I wake up in the morning time, ESPN is definitely going to have to be on, because that's going to give me the news of the day. But other than that, those two channels is the channels that I'm listening to and watching.
Okay. What you be watching on YouTube, Karen? What do you watch?
I do motivational. I'm building my channel, y'all. So if you have not subscribed to Karen D on the Move, please do so. I am at 750, and I need to get to 1,000. So that's why I'm constantly on there, and I'm following other YouTubers and getting to know them, and it's fun.
So you got 750 subscribers, right?
Mm-hmm.
750 is on Uncensored Minds.
Say what now?
Let's cross mingle that 750 and bring them over here. I'm bringing my 1100 from my YouTube channel over here. We all think he's right.
Oh yeah, I'll tell them about it. I put Uncensored Mind right there on it.
So what's your favorite network? What's your favorite channel before we get out of the icebreaker question? What's your favorite channel?
My favorite YouTube channel. Dang it, Baby Lonnie. I'm sorry. Baby Lonnie on YouTube. My YouTube.
No favorite.
My favorite channel on YouTube.
Or anything. In life. What you go
anything Aquarius. Anything Aquarius.
What's that mean?
That's what anything Aquarius is my favorite. But I watch many things, but anything Aquarius is my favorite.
Is that a show? Is that a network?
No, it's YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Oh, like
the horoscopes. We were different ways. Yeah. I be reading about the moons and stuff, how it affects Aquarius, and I get deep, Nell. I get deep.
Okay. That's true. Put it in layman's terms, she's watching videos on horoscopes, and the horoscope of her choice is Aquarius, to the people out there who didn't understand, like myself.
Yeah. It's hard for me. I don't think I have a favorite, because I bounce around so much. Stars, Hulu, Netflix. Like, I don't know. I don't have a favorite. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. If I'm not on YouTube, I'm probably on YouTube. I'm really watching. Again, this is another fun fact about me. I'm watching things on how to build things like cities, like urban cities, and I have a real deep affection for urban blight. I also have an affection for construction work, as far as how cities are constructed, how neighborhoods are constructed, just the building of high rises, how cities were formed, how they are after they were formed, how the structure, that infrastructure is being managed. So things like that is what I'm watching on YouTube. A couple little interviews here and there, but if I had another go-to, I probably would just stick to the Fire Stick or whatever app is on the TV. My favorite one right now probably is Hulu, because Hulu got Stars. You could catch Showtime series is on there, so Hulu got everything on there.
Right.
So I'm watching that.
Okay. You start watching P Valley? I gotta bring that back up when T come on. I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
because Stars will make me
Oh,
love them even more for Power and P
yeah.
Valley.
Ebony like the court shows. Yeah,
The
she like
court
the court
shows.
shows. Now
Yeah.
I love to. Now I love to. Like I said, I love my motivational speakers. I go to them daily. And right now, my favorite, I have to say, is Steve Harvey. That man spits some wisdom out. He really does.
Okay. Well,
Solid,
Steve.
Mhm.
solid,
Speaking of
solid,
Steve.
solid. So we're gonna get into a number of things this evening.
Mhm.
Another name that you might hear again throughout this show is Harvey.
Right.
We got a lot of things Harvey in this show tonight. So
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean. We talking about
Uh-oh.
Harvey, talking about the Harvey family. We talking about the Harvey. So that's
Oh yeah.
plug, plug, plug. So let's get into it. As you can see, we all are donned in our Uncensored Minds. We all got something different on tonight. As you can see, each is rocking the shirt. You know what I mean? The we call it the for the hard way. You know what I mean? You know,
Hmm.
it's three the hard way. Actually, for the hard way, we got T, Kitty, Ish, and Nell on the shirt with the Uncensored Mind logo. To my right, we got KD with the original Uncensored Mind shirt on with the big logo on the front. And then we got one of our newest shirts, Uncensored by Nature. So go out here and make sure y'all get y'all Uncensored Mind t-shirt. You know what I mean? You might even see a brand new one when our fourth member comes on tonight. When T gets on here, he might have a special shirt on tonight as well to represent our t-shirts and what we got as far as merch is concerned. We appreciate everybody that's been holding us down merch-wise. We love the pictures. Y'all look beautiful. Y'all look handsome. Y'all looking good in these t-shirts. And thank y'all for y'all support. We got people rocking it from up top, which might be in the Boston area, all the way down to Florida. I've been seeing people far and wide wearing our shirts.
All
Louisiana,
right.
Georgia. We well represented in a number of different states. So thank you again for continuously keeping us going by watching the channel, liking, subscribing, and commenting, and also purchasing your Uncensored Mind t-shirt. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. So without further ado, right, let's get into our first topic. All right. And this topic is going to be ran by these two beautiful ladies to my left and my right. I'm going to sit back. I'm not saying nothing. I guarantee it. I'm not saying anything. We're going to let these beautiful young ladies handle it tonight. All right. So
All right.
our next topic is how to check your man's mental health.
And you heard it from one of our men.
Yes.
Now, because this is National Men Health Month, Ish and I decided to get together and focus on their health as a whole and how we as women can do our parts into making sure that our men are taken care of. It's time for us to take care of them like they take care of us. So June is National Men's Health Month, and tonight on Uncensored Mind, as I said, we are going to highlight how we as women can do our parts in making sure our men are healthy and remain healthy. Ladies, we have become a little lazy in the kitchen. Now you can't deny that. And with each generation, we get a little bit more lazy. You want to go and buy takeout, because you work, I know, but we have to get back to preparing our meals in the kitchen and making sure that we are preparing fresh vegetables. So that's going to take care of their health as far as like getting their blood pressure on tag, um, diabetes, and each what else that can make it do now? I
What
think each said that.
the healthy eating? You mean? Is that what you're
Uh-huh.
asking me? Yeah, so healthy eating can definitely help and assist with the sexual health as well. You know what I mean? If he's eating right and his mental is right and he's not stressed and he's not aggravated, um, and he has a good healthy diet and he's getting, as we learned last week, that sea moss intake, the proper vitamins and the proper veggies, as Karen said, that can definitely keep the sexual health on track as well. So, there's a lot of things that add to the chemistry between man and woman: diet, sex, mental health. all ties in. So it's so important that we can assist our men in just being healthy all around the board.
All right. And with that, we're going to go a little mental with it. Let's help our men mentally. Ladies, we cannot deny. Traditionally, man is held to be responsible as over everyone. That alone is putting a lot of stress on your man right there. If we have a flat tire, who are we going to call? We're going to call him, even if he's at work. If he's at work, he's got to make sure that you are safe out on the road with that flat tire while staying at work. Ladies, we don't know what he's going through while he's doing all of this. When he come home, as I said, he come home to either an empty kitchen or takeout. And then you're gonna be in the bathroom. Don't tuck the kids to mama's house. In the bathroom, running some water. Want to thank him for doing all of that for you. And when he turn around and walk out, you get an attitude. Stop. Pump the brakes. Did you think about the man had to help you out while he was working, while going through all of whatever he's going through with at work, and then come home to an empty kitchen? Come on, ladies, we got to do better with our parts too. We cannot cop an attitude because we don't know what's going on. And then we wonder why they may wrong. We got to stop putting so much pressure. Yeah, we want to ask questions, but we got to stop and pump the brakes for our men so that we can pump them back to good health.
Yes, I
And
agree.
each, I mean, like I said, this tonight is strictly about our men. We
Yes.
want, I really, it is strictly about helping our men. I went live today and I told the guys that came on, if you want to make sure that your woman is treating you right, have her to tune in tonight because seriously, ladies, the men are under a lot of stress. We are under stress. Today, just today, everybody is stressed. But you got to look at it. Our men, especially our black men, have a lot on them to try to hold up under this crumbling world. So let's try to be a little bit more understanding of what they are going through and just stop and listen whenever we feel like we want to move. Let's just stop, pump the brakes, and walk away and give him space. He'll come to you when you get ready.
Mhm. Mhm. And also, being cognizant of the fact that he may not always share the fact that he has had a bad day or that he is, going through something at that point in time. And just being cognizant of, like you said, allowing some space so that he is able to get mentally balanced. You know what I mean? And coming home to a safe space, coming home to a place where there is no aggravation or agitation, coming home to a nice cooked meal or not having to worry about what he's going to eat for the evening. You know what I mean? And this way he's able to diffuse from the day and he's able to
Hmm.
replenish and rejuvenate so that tomorrow when he goes back out into the world, you know what I mean, to face everything that he has
Hmm.
to face out there, that he is rejuvenated, you know what I mean? And he is ready and
Right.
not drained. You know what I mean? Coming home and being drained all over again after being drained all
Exactly.
day. Like that's not going to do anything but cause a bunch of friction. And therefore,
Hmm.
it's up to us as women to just, be mindful of those things. And in return, he will be mindful of yours.
Exactly.
Hmm. Hmm. So it's so important.
Just to
Hmm.
reinforce a lot of those points, you ladies make a lot of great points, but also fellas, we also need to make sure that our energies as well is on a positive more or less than a negative side, because we have to understand that 9 times out of 10 both parties are outside of the house doing work. She got
Mhm.
feelings, he got feelings. When you bring those two together positively, y'all can reap the benefits of both taking care of each other. It doesn't always have to be in a form of a meal. It doesn't always have to be in the form of a physical gift. Sometimes it just might just be the gift of understanding. Also, the gift of just nurturing and loving each other without drama. We all know that drama is unescapable at times because we got feelings, and we feel how we feel, and we allow some of our emotions to leak out into real life and not always have be fact based, which led us to these things that we're feeling. But we also have to be cognizant of each other and the stresses that both parties face. Yeah, men, we go through a lot. Understand it, we do. But women, they go through equally as much as well. It's not easy being a man or a woman. So let's not let that get lost in translation. But when we come together and work as a team, a lot of the things that are done equally, or a lot of the things that she may do for you, you're reciprocating in another way, or the things that you're doing for her, she's going to reciprocate those things in the way that you need it. So again, a lot of these things have to do with communication, making sure that you're talking to each other, making sure that the communication is open. And not every time the communication is not going, or the conversation is not always going to lend itself to always being happy-go-lucky. It may be a little friction in there. But once you understand that you love this person, you got love for this person, and the reason why y'all having these tough conversations is because of love, you work through them.
So why do we think that that maybe some women don't check on their man's mental health? Like, why do we think that it has changed so much maybe over the years with the newer generation? Like, that doesn't seem to be as important as it should be.
I just think, just seeing an experience and also being a man, I just think that, far too often we don't lend ourselves to opening up as much as a woman may open up, right? Just think, a lady could be on the phone for hours with her girlfriend talking about any and everything. Where a man, he's more interactive with his homeboys, right, in person than on the phone. So it's just two different ways of how each person is made up, right? And just understanding that a safe place should always be between you and the person that you're in a relationship with. And a lot of times we use that word safe place, and people say, all right, I make it a safe place because I'm allowing you to, I'm asking you questions or whatever. But a safe place means that it's free from drama, right? And for the most part, the hesitations that keep us from opening up is the fear of it being thrown back at us at some point. Or you say you're listening, but you're listening to respond. You're not listening to understand exactly what I'm trying to say. Or you're listening with the intent that I am trying to poke at you, or I'm trying to defame your character, or I am just trying to be messy instead of telling you how I truly feel, and I'm showing you my wants and needs. That could be the case.
Yeah. What you think, Katie?
Well, like I say, we all be up under stress. So when we are approached with an aggressive um, attitude, natural cause is going to make them go back at them like that. That's what I meant when I said, ladies, pump your brakes. Because, especially as black women, I know me, I'm going to pop back off at the mouth in a heartbeat. But that's when we need to pump our brakes and stop and think before we speak. Is that easy to do? No, it's not easy to do by any means. That comes with finding yourself. Because when you find yourself and find peace within yourself, then I think it's probably a little bit easier to just, give them space, back off, give them space, and allow them to come to you when they're ready. You know what? When they're ready to talk, they will come to you because they're going to feel safe enough to come to you. They're not going to think, okay, she's going to be wrong. No, give them space. And when they're ready, they will come and talk to you. Say, honey, let me tell you about my day, blah, blah, blah. But it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. That
Right.
take time, because like I say, it is as a whole, because you have different things that take control. You have the kids that take the time of the females, because moms, they do a lot too. They really do. So, you already stressed with that. So when I say one attitude come in the door, that's gonna pop off another attitude. We just have to start pumping the brakes. That's all.
Mhm.
Pump the brakes.
Mhm. So let's check out some of the comments. I know I saw some of them flash up.
Definitely.
So Valenia says, I check on my man daily, actually a few times throughout the day, just to make sure he is good. I may be getting on his nerves, but if I know he's good, I'm good. That's me. That's me too. You have to. I feel like even just shooting him a text throughout the day could just make him smile. He could be having a moment at work, or he could be going through
Hmm.
something, that's aggravating him or something like that. And then, you just send a smiley face or a GIF, even if it's just a GIF, or just something sweet just to say, hey, babe, thinking of you or something. That could just like make everything just like okay for him. And we never know when he just might need that. So I think that's
Hmm.
a good thing.
Yeah.
hmm Angelia says, I try to check on all the men in my life all over health frequently.
Now that's a
Right? Did
good
I read
thing
that
right
right?
there,
Yeah.
Angelia. That's right, because our sons, we have to keep a check on them. So that you're right. You do have to keep a check on all of the men in your family.
Now, do you like getting those type of, texts throughout the day?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta know the person that's coming from. What I mean, and understand that their intentions are good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anything that's concerning you and somebody checking on you is always a blessing, because they don't got to. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
If you taking it, somebody taking the time out just to make sure that you cool, you cool. Like, as y'all know, I'm a little under the weather. As I was telling y'all. So just to get a text, what I mean, hey, how you doing? How you feel? You okay or whatever? It gets to be tedious at times, but it all is in good. It's all in good faith. I mean, it's all in love, because I'm like, damn, another 5 minutes later, it's like same like, you know what I mean? But I gotta realize that they just, it's because they care.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because
Hmm.
if a person didn't care, they're not going to check on you. They're not.
Right. Absolutely.
That's
You
true.
know what I mean?
So true. Yep. Yep.
I, it's definitely appreciated and loved at the same time.
hmm Yeah,
Hmm.
for sure.
We got a question from the audience actually, and Dana said, "What advice would you give for someone who is in a long distance relationship, but still trying to cater to their mate in every way from afar and trying to ensure that they are good?" You want to touch on that?
I would just say, just be consistent. Consistency is important, um, even being from afar, because that could be proven to be just a tad bit difficult at times. Maybe a time difference if you guys are on maybe different coasts. Sometimes it could be work schedules that could interfere as well. So, just consistency and just showing those caring, thoughtful calls, texts, picture mail, whatever the case may be. Just, try to be consistent in, providing that to your mate.
What you think, Karen?
I'm not going to even lie. That's a hard one for me. My catering that I prefer to give is like more closeness, I guess. I could do better if I could see see my man. Long distance, I don't even know how to cater to them long distance, other than I give them a call. Of course, you can give them a little peep show. I mean, depend on your relationship, how deep your relationship is. There's plenty of ways to keep that going. Um, Again, if y'all got that type of relationship, hey, call your boo up, FaceTime, be naked, honey, when he come on there, and say voila, and be ready. So cater to your man.
Mhm.
So just to reiterate the question again, as Dana said, what advice would you give for someone who is in a long distance relationship, but still trying to cater to their mate in every way from afar and try to ensure they're good? Just doing just that. If that's your characteristics and that's your qualities, they understand that from the get-go. And they understand that this is how you came in, this is what it is. So it's kind of you. That's you. That's your makeup. And it's not going to feel tedious, and it's not going to feel overwhelming because you know it's coming from a good place. You know it's really that person. You know what I mean? Just continue to keep doing what you do. If that's you, do what you do. And if you want those same type of qualities in return, the best thing to do is not sit around and wait. That's the worst thing you can do. The best thing to do is communicate those things to your mate, because that person might not think on the same lines as you. Their affection and their love language and their way of doing things might just be what they doing. But if you need to be nurtured in a different kind of way, speak up. And there's nothing wrong with speaking up. Let's get out of this trend that I shouldn't have to teach somebody. I shouldn't have to show somebody. I shouldn't have to love somebody. They should just already know. Let's get out of that mindset, right? Because y'all didn't come in the world together. And even if y'all did, y'all still are two different individuals. So you got to teach a person how to love you. They can bring love within themselves, but you got to teach that person how to correctly love you. Let's welcome the ship started to the show this evening.
Hey.
Oh, Lord.
Captain.
As you can see, my man, red telling shirt. So the four of us is complete, dripped out in Uncensored Minds gear. Don't forget, go out there, pick up them t-shirts. Not just pick them up, but share your pictures with us so we can post you and show the whole world how much you shine bright with us here at Uncensored Minds. What you got to say about that, T?
What's up? What we talking about?
Dana asked a great question. What advice would you give to somebody in a long distance relationship, but still try to cater to their mate in every way from afar to ensure that they are good?
Kinky videos and pictures.
The freak shit. The freak shit.
We like
Kinky
that.
videos and pictures, man. Kinky videos and pictures. Constant communication. What's up, everybody?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. You could curse me out. Like you could curse me out. If it's followed by a nice nasty picture or video, I ain't too mad at you. You might get a response out of me then.
Right.
So, I ain't the texting guy. I hate that shit. But if you do that shit on text and you curse me out in the text message, send me something like that, I might have to entertain that right there. Let's go on to Barbara's comment. Another one of our top fans. Ms. Jones said, of course I'm going to check on my man's mental health. I have 2 grown sons and I also am an observer and I have a sense of feel when it comes to my men as well. You know what I mean? It's dope when, you know what I mean, we can relate to our partners based upon just our kids, right? We know how we're girl dads or boy moms. We know how it is growing up and nurturing them and then seeing how it is that they need to be loved, and then how you nurture them, it trickles down to your mate. It trickles up.
No, hold on now. Let me say this real quick before I forget it. Ladies, the key thing that y'all need in handling us is patience and to stop assuming. Just stop assuming. It's easier to just ask us. Just stop assuming. You'll assume that you don't want to. You'll assume that you know the answer. What you say?
I was talking to somebody about that, right? And they were saying, "Yeah, I want to listen, but how do I know it ain't a bunch of lies? How I know it ain't just that? You gotta trust your person. You know what I mean? Like we said on here, and what I'm about to say, please don't get offended by this, people. You can't get offended by everything you hear. Is if you create a narrative in your mind, that other person can't be held hostage because that's where you want to be at with that. If you ask a person a question and they followed up with their answer, let that answer be that answer. If you choose to have other thoughts about it, that's your choice. But Just because we think something and we go down that road with it, don't always necessarily mean that's the case. It could be, and then it can be. What you need to do is first fact find first, and then you can lead with what you leading with, because it's backed by facts instead of emotions, which causes a lot of tension once you assume. That assuming word is the key. You make an ass out yourself a lot of the times.
Yeah, that assumption shit is dangerous.
Right.
It's very dangerous.
Yeah, but being an author, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write my own story. If I don't hear truth, I'm sorry. But if I suspect something and I don't hear truth, then yeah, I can't help but to make up a scenario in my head of the truth. I mean, I'm just being honest.
Why not? Why not just ask for an answer? Like,
I do. I mean, if I ask and I get an answer, I'll roll with it. But
before you jump out the window, why not just ask? Like, I see a lot of times women will not ask a man a question because they'll assume that he might feel some type of way about what I got to say or whatever.
Well, that's because they know their man. That's because they know their man.
Even still, even if you do know your man to be that way, you still have to ask the questions. You still gotta go through the hard shit. Like, you still gotta go through it. Like,
right.
So like we said, you got two choices in life. Either you is or you ain't. Right? Why kill yourself with assumption? Why batter yourself? Why even allow yourself to have assumptions when you only gonna put yourself through mental torment? Right? Because that other person don't feel what you feel. Don't make it right or wrong. Just because you've invested your energy and believe in what you think you got in your mind, don't necessarily that person has to share the same sentiments. Hence the reason for friction in conversations. Because you go in already with this assumptive questioning, right? Like y'all ladies asked us or a couple shows back, and I had time to think about this, right? Yes, y'all can ask us questions, and being asked the question, because we was checked on this last week, Ebony.
Leave my bestie alone.
Ebony. No, we love Eb. But Eb said, that's because y'all don't want to be questioned. I don't have a problem with being questioned as assumptive questioning. Because that type of questioning never leads to me actually being able to tell what you're asking me. You want me to tell you what you want to hear. So if I tell you what you want to hear, then I'm being sarcastic. But if I tell you the truth and I tell you where it's coming from me, then I'm not being truthful. So which way is it? So that's why we say a lot of times. That's why I say a lot of times, if you want to run with a narrative at this point in my life, go ahead and run with it. Because I'm not arguing about it. I'm gonna give you a couple bars. Meaning a couple sentences about what it is, and I'm gonna leave it alone.
Right. What I wanted to say was, y'all gotta understand that it's not a comfortable thing for us to, share our emotions and our feelings and all of our thoughts. So you gotta kind of, handle it a certain way, and then we'll give it to you. But as long as you make sure it's a safe space for us, we'll give it to you.
Yeah.
And you know what? Look, I think Dana makes such a great point. We talked about this in detail on Thursday. Some people go into relationships with their guard up. So if you already going into something guarded up, you tense, you looking for a fight. You're not looking to enjoy yourself. You ever somebody ever tell you, like, you ever ask somebody's opinion about something and they give you the worst review? Yo, that place is horrible. The food's nasty. The service is crazy. Whatever the case may be, right? The moment you put your hand on that doorknob and you open that door to go into that place, you already getting yourself defensive because somebody told you something negative about this place and the story was kind of crazy. So you already going there looking for smoke.
Right.
You can't go into a relationship looking for smoke. You might get approached by somebody that's a smoker. You did? You're going to get, so you might get that energy. So if somebody is ready to be combative with you because you coming in already guarded, you're not coming in open and free and looking for love. You coming in looking for somebody to fight you in order to win your love. That ain't right. That ain't right. Yes, you want somebody to show you that they love you and show you that they care and they're being genuine, but somebody having to fight for your love is crazy when you're going into something guarded, looking for smoke, as they say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to go in just being a fool or being completely like, you know what I mean, just whatever. But you're never going to truly get a chance to experience that which is great if there's always, you know, this battle, or you know what I mean, this guard that's up, and you're not letting, you know what I mean, the true love in.
Right.
And I think, and this is mental health for men. And I said I wasn't going to say nothing, but it's real hard for me not to. But it's really.
What I say, Karen, what I say, this should be interesting. I don't see that happening at all.
It's really hard not to, but I'm
chill on this.
Yeah, I'm chilling. I've been a good boy. I've been a good boy. I'm not bringing no shit with me tonight. But again, I forget my train of thought. I really do. It wasn't nothing crazy. It really was something positive in retrospect to that. You know, as far as going into relationships, just making sure that you go into them with an open mind, just saying, I want to be loved. Oh, I know a lot of times we as men get a bad rap and say we don't have feelings, or we don't go into things guarded. We just go into things with our third leg ready to pipe something down. That's not the case. We go into things guarded, right? I'm sure T can attest to this. We're not sharing certain things and sharing locations and allowing you to get in our personal spaces without us feeling comfortable with who I'm dealing with at that time.
Right.
But we're not going into this overly emotional of our past, saying, oh, shorty from a couple months ago or 2 years ago was psycho and did me wrong. So now this one got to pay for it. That's where we cut the chain off and say, all right, it's a new shorty. Let me treat her as such.
Right. I'm gonna give her leeway to, you know, to see what she about.
Absolutely. I'm not going to make her make up for somebody else's wrongdoing. That's not fair to her. I'm not going to tell shorty, knock every brick down that I built up from somebody from my past. Nah. And that's weird. And I think we go into it like that. And women always say, well, you know, I'm guarded and I've been hurt before and I got to protect myself. Yes, please, by all means, protect yourself. But don't let it handicap you.
Hold on now. I was listening and I just want to reiterate, you know, some of the things that the ladies are saying. Feeding us right goes a long way, you know. Not the fried chicken all the time, you know. Sometimes we need, you know, some salmon, you know, something a little lighter. It don't gotta be heavy, you know. Start cooking a little healthier, you know, for us as we get older, you know. Start cooking a little healthier for us. And also don't forget about the lingerie, you know. Sometimes you get into relationships and then you get, you know, you just come into bed with your old pajamas on all the time. It's like, that's not sexy, yo. Like, that's cool, but that's not always sexy. Like, you know, do a little sexy thing, you know, here and there, you know, keep it sexy. That, you know, a back rub goes a long way.
Not every night, right, T?
Yeah,
not every night, right?
I said not every. Are you listening, Katie? This is what I'm talking about.
I'm trying to hear. Okay, I'm working on a piece of Bluetooth.
I said not every night, Katie. I said sometimes, you know, keep it sexy. But you know, a back rub goes a long way, ladies, and don't be afraid of those hard conversations. Even if you know you're gonna be pulling teeth, you gotta still have those hard conversations before you assume and jump out the window and just be like, well, he's going to do this or he's going to react. Just go ahead and have the conversation.
Right.
Well, we can move on to the next topic, people. What's up?
Nah.
What's up?
Nell said, no, he ain't done.
Man, my button just pushed, man.
Uh-oh.
Can't, man. I went to anger management classes this week. I sat in them and chilled, and I can't. We can't all. Like, y'all, why everybody always want to be like smokish? Like, everybody always want to poke their chest out for what? Like, that shit don't get us nowhere. Like,
I think what Nell is talking about. Nell, let me break it down to you. When you see a woman like that,
crazy to me.
But no, okay, but see, it's crazy to you, but that's her strength that she has gained. And she's not gonna knock that strength down
What strength is
just to
that?
make other people comfortable.
Well, no, what
That's
strength
the
is that?
strength that she has had to build, and what you calling a wall could be that strength that woman has built up because you don't know what it took to build
I'm not
what
even
And
she has.
I'm not even talking about that. Please, by all means, let me reiterate my point, or let me clarify my point. I'm not talking about no wall. If you want to have a wall, build your wall 95,000 feet up. Help Trump fund the wall if you want to. I'm talking about why does everybody or why a majority of people take on this? If they don't like it, then so be it. What the like? Why we got like? Why do it have to be that type of energy? Like, why can't it just be? All right, cool. We gonna figure it out together. Cause you ain't gonna want
I
somebody to
agree.
say, "Well, you got to deal with this shit," and if you don't like it, then it is what it is. Like nobody likes that. Nobody
Mm-mm.
will go into life wanting that because they don't. That's not what we are accustomed to. Just going with the flow. Like it. Well, if they don't like something, it is what it is. Like that's weird. And when are we going to get away from
Mhm.
that? That's why things are like it is in the world today because everybody just want to be. It is what it is. What is it? What is
Compromise. Yeah. Yeah, you
what is
have
it?
to
Because
compromise with each other.
Yes.
for real, when the smoke is really bored to you, what you doing? You really are you fighting back, or you or you copping please, or oh you went too far with it, or oh I ain't mean it like that, or oh you take like nah.
I thought y'all was being nice tonight, man.
W-
Y'all started
Well,
with
No, I'm
well now,
Listen,
now,
I'm like, well, what
now,
shit? What done happened? What done
I'm
happened?
asking because I need to know.
now, this is the way I would handle that. If it come to me in a way like that, where like you didn't want to talk to me, I'm going back off. I'm going back the hell. I would back all the way the fuck out because that's telling me that's where my assumptions come in. He don't want shit to do with you. So yeah, I would back the hell out before I just sit up there and just have to fuss and fight.
I
Mhm.
can't.
But that's just me.
We're not doing no
I don't
assumptions.
know.
I can't do no drama. I can't do no drama.
Sometimes drama gonna come, Katie. That's just what it, that's just a
Uh,
part of that's just a
Sometimes,
part of
but
people.
a relationship though.
Sometimes drama gonna come.
Yeah.
That's a part of people being different.
Sometimes
I
drama.
mean, right. Now, I can do some drama, but okay. I'm not gonna do all the drama by myself. Let me just say that. If I keep coming and coming and I'm not getting a response like yeah, like I think I should feel like I should get, then yeah,
Yep.
it's gonna be like, okay, well, I guess I'm in the way.
That's what
I
I'm saying,
mean,
Katie.
so you have to
You
make
can't
them feel welcome.
you can't determine how he brings it to you or how he says it or what he says. It's not gonna always be which how you want it to be.
No, right, but it's the way it make you feel.
That's
It's
what
the
I'm
way
saying.
it
You,
make you
you can't
feel.
you can't control that.
You can't.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta eat that. Sometimes you gotta eat that.
Mhm.
Right,
Mhm.
but you get full after about 3 or 4 feedings. Yeah, you can eat some sometimes,
Right.
but goddamn,
Right.
after three or four feedings, I'm
That's
full.
the thing, Eric, we all
I don't eat no more.
have our breaking point, right? But if you
Right.
go into something looking like, all right, this person is going into it, forcefully, and just look at it like y'all together. I mean, if y'all in love or y'all together and y'all having a disagreement, it's going to be disagreements at times. You can't look
That's
at it like
true.
strike one,
Mhm.
this strike two, this strike three, and I'm like, oh, I'm done because it's a disagreement. Like, y'all two different people trying to mesh your lives together. I know people that's been married
That's
50
true.
years and they rolling strong, but they go through their shit sometimes. And they
Mhm.
figures it out. They don't walk away from each other. They figures it out. You keep running from shit, you're never going to ever be able to be stabilized because you're always going to be
That's
looking for
true.
that
That's true.
you. It's almost like a control thing. It's like you got to be I got to be. You got to control yourself for me in order for me to stay, and that's not fair to a person.
Right.
So, great topic, ladies. Thank you for touching
Yeah.
on this month's awareness, men's mental health. I would say if there's anybody struggling with mental health issues, be it male or female, there are plenty of hotlines that are out there. Even if you can't get your hands on that particular number, call a number, call something, call 1-800-GAMBLE, call something.
Hold on now, because
Mhm.
I want to speak on. I want to speak on some of these comments before we go to the next topic.
You want to speak on them?
Yeah.
You put it taps your little button too.
Yeah, because Brenda said, encountering a man who has anger issues, you know, it doesn't matter how you approach him, he's still going to come off angry. And my question is, why are you dealing with somebody who has anger issues? At this point in my life, if you have anger issues, I'm cool. Like,
Right.
like cool. What are we doing?
Everybody got but look, you got to look at it like this. I'm gonna be the first to say, I got it. I am never going to shy away from shit that I got to own mine, and I'm working on it.
Mm-hmm.
I got my own little issues sometimes when I'm approached with nonsense. I don't like it, right? And you kind of can be upfront with people and like, yo, the best way to like this me. I'm not using this as a badge of honor. I'm using this as a teaching lesson for myself because I know how in areas I want to improve on. But when you constantly poking at a person and you know how to get a response out of them, you can't call it an anger issue if you know what you're doing. Because you should know your mate, you should know your partner by now.
Plus, there's levels. Look, there's levels on anger. I mean, anger as far as it's about the physical altercation or you breaking shit. When you doing all of that,
yeah, I'm not fucking breaking.
Oh yeah.
It costs too much to replace. We're not punching on nobody. We're not hitting nobody. We're not choking nobody up. Nobody's going to jail. Nobody's going to work tomorrow with the black eye. Nah, that's weird. I'm talking about as far as being able coming back with a sharp tongue.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, that's different. You can't be poking people when you know you're going to get a response out of them, and then you cop a plea like, well, why are you so upset? You know why I'm upset? Because you give me the upsets.
It's different.
The upset stomach, like chill out.
Chill out. See, that's the reason I back off because my mouth is quick, and I know my mouth would get quick. So that's when I pump the brakes. That's when I pump the brakes and move back because if my tongue get to going, that tongue is going. It's going to be a whole big mess.
Nobody's scared of your mouth, Kaden.
Yeah, that's what
I know
that's the little barking chihuahua. Nobody is paying that attention.
Nobody's scared.
No, T, don't do that, T. Don't do it. Don't do that. Ebony is in the comments. We do not want it. Ebony, we apologize.
Ebony, you can get some too, man. Ebony, you can come and get some too.
We playing.
That's right. That is right.
We plead the fifth. Not for your bestie. We not. That was not direct.
Also, a couple women in the comments saying, do you think you can open up to a woman and share your mental thoughts? You should be able to.
Right.
You should be able to, especially at this grown-up age. I mean,
as a
young man, I wasn't able to do that, but at my grown-up age, I could do it.
Yeah. Even if it's gradual.
If we open up to you, please don't use that against us. Please don't throw that back up in our face when you're in an argument. Please don't say nothing about none of that. Just let that be. Because if they came to you in confidence with their feelings, that's a confident matter that they've chosen to share with you because they felt like they could talk to you.
All right, we ready to move on.
I totally agree.
Yes.
We ready to move on.
Topic, like we only scratching the surface here, right? But we talking about men and women.
Right.
And these two people right here are man and woman. And that is Lawyer Harvey and Michael B. Jordan. As we have heard over the past now 2 weeks, their relationship is no longer. A report came out today by one of their representatives said they are both heartbroken that this is over. Michael B. Jordan wanted to further the relationship. He said he found somebody who he found someone that he could share, that he felt like he could share his life with, someone who made him happy over anybody else and just gave him fulfillment. and he felt like she was the one. That's the reason why he wanted to take it further. She, on the other hand, as much as she likes him, as much as she wanted to be in a relationship, she didn't want to. She felt like it was being rushed, or she didn't feel like this was the time for her right now to take it to that next step. And that next step could have been anything of marriage or moving in with each other or whatever the case may be. What's your thoughts on that?
Hold on. Let's get the facts out of the way first, and then I want to hear the ladies talk they shit because they was giving out hell. So let's get the facts out first.
They was killing the girl L.
He's 35. She's 25. She's
What
still
that
in
mean,
her life. What'd you say?
What that mean?
That means a lot, man. That means a lot. Everybody at 25 is still getting to learn themselves, trying to experience new things. They want to experience new people. They're not, everybody not ready to settle down at 25. So that means a lot that she's 25 and he's 35. I said that for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So the people can know that this is a thing. So that being said, they've been in a relationship for what is it, like a year or so now, if that?
A year and 6 months.
Well, probably like a year, something like that, right?
Yeah.
So they've only been in a relationship for like a year or so. Also, Michael B. Jordan has been known to, skate on the other side of town.
We're not talking about with boys.
That is not true.
White women.
That is not true. Those are assumptions.
Okay. These are rumors. All right. So these are
out of town. You're not saying skate with other skating with other of the other race.
So ladies.
Okay.
I'll say that to say that they it's been a story going around behind the scenes that this was a ploy for both of them, for both of them to get attention, and for him to get some of that attention off his back that he doesn't like black women. So that was a thing. That's a behind the scenes story. But ladies, let me know. What's up?
I don't know. I just feel like it's a bunch of bullshit, honestly, because I feel like it. First of all, in general, if somebody proposes to their significant other and they are not necessarily on the same page, does the relationship just like end?
Yeah,
or do you just say we're not ready to get married, but we're still going to remain in this relationship, and then eventually, maybe
that all depends on the person, I think, because some people are like, all right, you're not ready for it, and we can still move along to see if we can get to that place. And some people will be like, no, this is it. If you don't want to go forward, then this is dead right here. So I guess it all depends on the people,
because now the relationship is over. She wants to focus a little more on her career. He wants to move forward, in a more long-term relationship with her, and she's just not ready. But all of those things should have been communicated. Like, he shouldn't have never been to that point without really knowing in his heart that she was just not in that space. So it just seems that there was some lack of communication somewhere up in there.
That's what I want to address, Ish. So you saying that's a lack of communication, and that could also be, how sometimes a guy wants to surprise you, with the proposal. So in his brain, it's like they might not have had the conversation about marriage. They might not even have the conversation about, do you believe or do you want to get married? But in his mind, this is a beautiful surprise. Right. And to all women, that's not a beautiful surprise. But KD, what's up?
But we are.
Okay, well, I said from the jump start, he could do better. Yes, I said it. I'm a little disappointed. I was a little disappointed that he was involved with her. She's beautiful. See, you made a point. She's only 25. Michael is more settled than that. That's why I said that, because she's more in the fast life. He's more of a serious life.
Wait a minute. Who said that? Who? Where are these facts coming from?
Coming from me.
Exactly. You making up your own shit.
They are coming from me because, well,
Making up your
okay,
own shit.
let's
Is
keep
the
it.
quorum?
Let's keep it real. The child slept with a father and a son. Come on now,
Hold
let's
on.
not be painting no picture like
Hold on. Was
something.
you there? Hold on. Was you there? You know you was there. You watched him smash. You don't know that shit.
Okay. It's all in the rumors. It's all in the rumors. Okay, she is with Akon's brother right now. Damn, didn't even let it get cold.
So what, Katie? She's 25 years old. She don't got to. Why do she have to?
Exactly. He
Why do she
never
have
should have been with her. He never should have been with her. He should
But
have
Katie,
dated someone on his
Katie,
same
that's
page. On his same
Katie,
page.
Katie, that's unfair to say because it's his choice. So that's unfair for you to just be like, no,
Well,
she
yeah, he
didn't.
had to choose, and yeah, he had to choose and learn. He had to learn, but
What?
yeah, I mean,
But the way
he had to
you're
choose and
wording,
learn the hard way.
do you see the way that you're wording this shit? Like she's a bad person. Like he had to learn.
No,
He had
she's
to
not a bad person.
with a
She's not
whore.
a
He had
bad,
to
but
learn.
she's just not.
That's how he
She
wording
is
this
not
shit.
a bad person. She's a beautiful young lady. She's a
Why
beautiful
can't we?
young lady. She's
Right,
not through living her life. She's not
right,
through playing.
right, Katie. But what I'm saying is, why can't it just be something that we made it to this point, and one person chose not to go farther, and it just ended? Why does it have to be somebody has to be on the bad end of it? Why can't people just have a relationship and break
Well,
up?
it's gonna always be one person on the bad end of it. It's gonna
But
always be one on the bad end.
why do somebody got to be the bad guy though? Why do it have to be a bad guy in it, or why do it have to be one person?
Well,
Yes,
you are right. They just decided to part ways. And I'm not putting anybody in the wrong. I'm just saying he never should have been with her. Plain and
but
simple.
what is that based on, Katie?
Just
Exactly.
based off of my own personal opinion. I mean, he's a nice fellow. He needed somebody more
Because you
settled.
because you perceive him to be that your biasness, you're perceiving him to be a nice fellow. So you're basing this whole thing on your bias for him.
Well, his demeanor. I mean, his total demeanor. He's just totally. He never should have been with her. He never
Okay.
should have been with her.
His total demeanor, him
So
him
he
look
just needs
no
to go inside, find him another
the way
little
he
young lady
stands,
who's more slow.
no, the way he stands and the way he walks, she didn't deserve him by the way that he stands. What
Yeah,
the fuck? His
But women
demeanor.
do pay attention to decorum a lot. And so
I
that's how
understand
sometimes opinions are formed. And
that.
but
yeah.
I
that's the thing,
understand
right?
that. But does that lead to her not being worthy?
No, no, not necessarily. But I do feel like
Oh,
Lori's like,
she's worthy for plenty.
mhm. And I
Think-
feel
She
like
is
too,
worthy.
I think the
she,
person gets a bad rep. The person that doesn't go along with status quo per se gets the bad rep, right? She made a decision that was best for her. Instead of taking this,
Exactly.
instead of making this a thing where, all right, let's go get married, and then in 6 months we break up, and then
happy.
Right.
we always speak about being honest.
Right. She made the right
Tell me
decision
the
for
first
her.
thing we always hear as a man. I can only speak from a male's perspective, so please, ladies, don't get offended by this. But the first thing that we always hear from a lady is, if you don't want to be with me, let me know. Right? But the moment we let you know, then we become a snake, we become a dog, we become shit. But when you got somebody that's in tune with their feelings and in tune with what they want, and they're not ready for it, then that's
Right.
not to say that this person is wrong or this person wasn't the right choice for them. Evidently, he felt like she was the right one, and he pursued that, right? Not based upon
That's
what the
true.
streets, and not based upon what single women and single men and people that's in the peanut gallery have to say. He based his feelings about what he felt for this girl from him. Now, if she didn't have those same feelings, she did with the best thing that she could do and say, no, not at this time. At another
Yeah.
time, maybe. Right? Right now, we might see a reconciliation. Right now, egos is bruised. And what happens when egos are bruised, or not even egos are bruised, feelings get bruised, and you take a break, a minute to just make sure, this is really what you want. because they're public figures, it's going to be heightened. It's going to be highlighted. And I think people need to slow down with all right, if you want to get married, cool. But if that other person is not ready for that at that moment, have a conversation and see why. Don't just put them to the pasture and say, oh, you was playing with me, you wasn't real, and you wasn't serious. After a year, sometimes it could move like that. Stop taking advice from y'all single girlfriends and y'all single friends, because they want to tell you the first thing they want. Girl, leave them alone. He ain't no good, or she ain't no good, or you could do better than that. You're gonna find somebody that's gonna love you. Are you really?
Yeah, you don't know that.
You don't know that. And then y'all out here searching for the next person. You know what y'all searching for? Y'all looking for somebody and somebody new. The person that y'all really had, that y'all really love. You looking for those qualities that person had in somebody else, and y'all trying to recreate the feeling that you had with that other person and somebody else, because you don't know how to go back to the person and say, all right, fuck it, we both was wrong. We both whatever, or this is where I really want to be, and making it work. Far too often we see this where people, they jumping from different people to different people. Why can't they never find stability? Why? Because they don't know themselves, or they really don't know what they want, or they fucking trying to piece together the quality they found in this person with that person, and this person and that person, when all the time they had the right person, they just didn't accept what they had and build from that.
Hold on, now I want to do an experiment now, because we woke Ebony up, so I gotta do an experiment.
Oh, is we on a hot seat?
Hold on. Ish, what age did you get married, Ish?
26.
Would you have got married before that?
No.
All right, KD, what age did you get married?
First time 16, second time 22.
The fuck?
First of all, you been married.
What is happening?
We gotta end this show right now, since you said what you just said.
About shit.
We'll see y'all next Sunday. Show over.
Well, shit, no.
Bye, KD.
Wait, where she go?
Show over.
Bye, KD.
No, why?
Crazy.
Why? Because you figure, a lot of times some that age, 16, 17, sometimes there are marriages that happen that early for religious reasons and things like that too.
16, 17.
That's my parents.
Your coochie ain't even getting wet enough at 16, 17. How you playing
that? Right. I've been
But-
married all my life. That's all I can say. I've been married all my damn life.
Did your parents how old was your husband? 34?
Wait a minute, Nell. Wait a minute,
So
Nell.
what now?
Your husband was 34? You was
Look,
No.
wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Listen. Hold on. Listen. So if you do this do you even know what you like? Have you even experienced?
I didn't marry because I wanted to at 16. I married to satisfy my mom.
Hold on.
Wow. You were a male or the bride?
She a male or the bride? Hold on. I got points to make here, man. I got points to make here. You probably haven't even experienced enough people to know what you like and what you don't like. So you don't even know what you're missing out on or what you're not missing out on. Hold on, Nell.
Well, now you got a point there. That's true.
Ebony, you being married at 20 and going on your 25th year anniversary, that's a beautiful thing. And you're blessed. And that's a rare thing. And it's also a rare thing for both parties to be in that and not wonder in their mind, damn, this is the only person I've been with forever and ever. So some people do, you could be one of the lucky ones that, both of y'all is happy and both of y'all is cool with none of that. But there are going to be some people who are going to be like, damn, I never even, got to see what anything else was like, to know what I like and what I don't like.
Right.
I have thought about that, T. I really have, because when I'm not going to sleep around, so it's been limited. So I will say that I don't know much about
experience. We got a lot of people that's in their teenage years. Brenda said she was 19. Tara was 19.
So hold on now. All y'all people, are y'all still married to this person? Let's see how many people say yes.
Nope.
Where are y'all at? Let me see if people say yes.
I want to see how many of them married twice and still not married. Like after your first one, are you married still? Are you divorced? You got married again? Like I would want to see the ratio to what happened, what went wrong.
My first marriage, like I said, he was my best friend. People thought we were sister and brother. Our families were friends. We grew up together. And so I guess you could kind of say it was an arranged marriage, but we were more friends than he was in love, but I wasn't in love. And he know that. But it was more of a friendship thing. So no, we are not married because he went off to Germany and he found the love of his life. He found the love of his life. Then the second marriage, I stayed married longer, but no, I am not with him. But we were together a total of 38 years. So I have literally been in two relationships my entire life.
So Katie, do you even know what you like and what you don't like?
I know what I don't like.
Okay.
I'm still working on the like.
What you like. It's easy to say, like, do you know what you like?
Well, I mean, I can't say that I have been treated the way that I want to be treated. My first husband did when we first got together. He did. He treated me the way I would like to be treated. But the second one, I can't say it ever happened.
All right, so I got married when I was 13.
I can't.
Lies.
I had
lies.
I can't believe Katie just jumped out the window.
I had a baby on the way.
Where the fuck that come from?
Well, I mean, some people over here knew it. I mean, it wasn't a secret.
I got married.
I'm not saying for it to be a secret. I'm saying why. I'm not questioning about if it's a secret or not. I'm saying why.
I've been married 6 times.
Well, like I say, I didn't want to when I was 16. I really didn't. And the second one was to escape the first one.
Yeah.
I could dig. All right. So what I do want to say is, I'm an avid Michael B. Jordan fan. I've seen all the Creed movies. I've seen, other movies. I remember, he was Little Wallace from The Wire.
Wire.
I remember Michael B. Jordan from when he was a little younger. So I'm not opposed to Michael B. Jordan. I'm a Michael B. Jordan fan as well as I'm a Lori Harvey fan because I feel like she stands in her honesty of who she is, and she don't care about Katie saying she's not worthy. She's gonna do what she gonna do, and it's her choice, and then she don't care about how other people feel about it. And I approve of that message. Well, it is what it is. So, like I was saying earlier, though, sometimes, a relationship just ends, and nobody has to be a bad person.
But did y'all know that Steve didn't approve of it, and maybe that's why she said no?
First of all, last time I checked, Steve Harvey was the biggest Michael B. Jordan fan, and he was like, "I love this."
He's a fan, but he didn't want him to marry. They didn't want them to get married.
45, Katie. What the fuck?
Wow. I did hear that too.
And they haven't even been together that long. They haven't even been together that long.
All right, so this
well, maybe that was why they were opposed to it.
Right. Why after a year is it such a rush to get married before you even know the ins and outs of a person? The first year, you really getting to know them. You ain't really known them like that yet. You ain't been through the ups and downs, the challenges and the adversities, the wins and the losses to even be able to just say, I mean, are we just marrying people nowadays just because it feel good in the beginning, but then we fall out of love for them 2 or 3 years from now, and then we divorce a year or two later? Like that's the wildness for me.
Right.
Yeah. But some people will know each other 6 months, get married, and be married for you know, 60 years. So I guess people kind of, it would seem like people kind of go off of, you know, what they're feeling at that point in time. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, this is the one for me. This is it. I want to be with this person for the rest of my life.
They're lucky and they're blessed, and you gotta understand, you know, who you are as a person. So this could even be, you know, your sexual drive and preferences and all of this all combined. Because
thanks.
Say you at 17, Ish, saying somebody's, you know, try to marry you, you know, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be ready at 17. Like, I knew I wasn't ready at 17, you know what I mean? Or 18 or 19. Like, you know what I mean? But that was just me. And also, I didn't come across somebody at that point in time, like not even my son's father, that I felt I wanted to be married to. Like, right. Just no, it just wasn't. It wasn't a good time for me. But everybody,
I'm telling you, it was terrible. It was terrible. I mean, it was terrible. It was. I felt terrible.
I believe you, Katie.
So, Katie, can I ask a question real quick? And no, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm so sorry. Katie, real quick. So, did you guys at 16, when you were married and it was sort of arranged, like, did you guys live in your own home at 16? Like, what was the? Were you working? Or,
no, he was in the military.
Right? Oh,
he was 19. So he was in the military.
Gotcha.
And I went to Texas when he was there for like 3 months, and that was it. Then he went to Germany, and that, I mean, we are best friends even today. He lives in Germany.
Okay, he lives in Germany. Gotcha.
He had to move.
He had to get away from KD.
He had to move for 2 reasons.
No, he didn't. Cut it out.
On the sex offenders registration, and he wanted to get away from KD.
He did.
19 and 16.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was 24 the second time. 24? Yeah, 24.
Congratulations.
So well, now I think you said you've never been married before, but see, have you been married before?
Right.
Oh, you've been married? Oh, you said you was married. I forgot.
I married an African so she can get her green card.
Yeah. Oh, you did? How much she pay you? You got some bread from that, didn't you? You're stacking on it.
Enough to buy this hat. Hell no.
No.
Let me know. Let me stop because the comments, y'all be running with this shit. No, I never been married. I didn't marry African. I did not. My wedding card is clean. So no, I never been married because y'all they be like, Nell was married to an African. He married some girl from Ghana. They had 4 babies. Y'all got a story for me. No, I've never been married before. I love to be married. Yes, that's the next goal on the list.
Too funny. Look, see, how long was you married for?
What happened?
How long were you married for?
10.
See, a lot of people be throwing us under buses a lot, rolling over us with big tires. We be long-term dudes. We not the short-term guys over here. We don't get married at 16 and divorced at 16 and a half. We're not doing that. We going to Domsky. We going 20 years. Mm-hmm. I got a question on the branch, on this love branch, this married branch, right? And this might sound crazy, but what's the significance of getting married? Like, why is such emphasis placed on getting married only to divorce later?
That's what I'm saying, though. It's
well, you don't go into marriage with the intentions of getting divorced.
Right.
Those are not the intentions.
Because that's because
took a vow.
You're jumping. Hold on now. That's because with Helen is saying, you know, love takes over the mind, and then you start moving on emotion, and you're not thinking this all the way through. You know, sometimes, you know, that might work for some people, but I would suggest to everybody, or, you know, most people, to take your time. Like, what are you rushing for? If this is the person that you want to be with and you're going to be with, I don't think you need to rush that. If they feel that way, then, you know, y'all should be there together. I don't think you
Yeah.
got to rush.
Why? Like, just a question, because I'm, why have you been with a person for a year, 2 years, or a year and 6 months, or you coming up on 2 years, 3 years, and if you ain't marrying this person, they feel like you not
That's
into them.
what I'm talking about. I don't like these narratives.
Why is that the
Hold
case?
on. I don't like these narratives that's going on in the comments. She talking about Angelia said, "Who thinks about divorce when they get married?" It's the same thing with what I told y'all about
right.
KD. It's the same thing how I told you about single mothers. They be like, "I never thought I was going to be a single mother." You should think about these things. You have to think about both ends of the spectrum. I'm not saying you got to be negative and think that that's automatically going to happen, but you have to know that that's a possibility. Like you're going into this not knowing that this is a possibility.
Well, it's true.
That's true. But what thought is going to take precedence more? Like, even if you did think about it, right? You did say, well, you know what? I could go into this could not work, and we could be divorced. But what thought is going to take precedence more? The love.
Exactly.
This is going to work. Even though it's a possibility we may get divorced, but this love is going to work. That's going to be the thought that's always going to come first.
Right, Aisha, and I agree. Hold on now, Aisha. Hold on now, Aisha, and I agree with that. I'm talking about the people who, like she's saying, don't consider
about it. Right. Yeah, that's true.
How can we protect silly things like cars and phones, buying protection for those things, but we don't protect our relationships? Right? We'll buy an extended warranty when we go buy a new car. We'll buy the extended warranty or the replacement warranty when we on our phone. So if our screen cracks, we can get a replacement. How come we don't do buy those same narratives, those same protections for our relationship? So give it 2, 3, 5, 10 years from now, we have something that will help us get through those times when we need an oil change in our relationship, or we need some mechanical maintenance to our relationship. How come we be so in love that we can walk down an aisle and say I do, but then we fall out of love and so willing to sign those divorce papers instead of trying to make it work? Or why is there a significance and importance placed on saying I do if the success rate of relationships and the married sense is not lasting like it is when y'all got more time in as boyfriend and girlfriend than y'all do as husband and wife in a lot of times. Right? I'm not against marriage. I welcome them with open arms. I'm just asking these questions because that when you kind of can answer those questions, you can look at your relationship a little different. You look at your situation different and say, yo, I need to be doing more to fight for this. I need to be doing more to show this person that I'm marriage material instead of just saying I'm marriage material just because I keep woofing it. Show that person I should be down on one knee begging you to marry me because I can't do it without you. Instead of causing issues and problems, trying to convince somebody that they should marry you just to put a ring on it. So in a year from now, we walking down the divorce aisle, we're having a divorce party.
Well, first of all, no one should ever have to convince them to marry them. If you're at that point, ladies, he ain't ready. If you got to convince him to marry you, love will conquer that and lead the both of them together in that decision. I think.
I think that's so wrong. We have a duty to each other to convince both the parties that I'm marriage material. We gotta stop saying, we gotta stop teaching people and showing people. It's your duty to show somebody that I'm material to be married. If you're not,
what do you mean show? You gotta feel the love, Nell. You can say anything, but actions gonna speak louder than words.
That's where it comes into showing a person. Yeah, if my actions are showing you, then I have to show you that I'm marriage material.
Hold on now. Hold on now. Hold on. Because they go crazy in the comments. Hold on. So Nell, are you saying that the same way they want to fight for this commitment and they want to fight to be married is that they should fight to not be divorced, right?
Yes. Same way y'all.
And I totally agree with that. The second divorce, I was married for 34 years. I tried every everything I could to save that marriage. But when you try and try and try, and it doesn't work, well, then you have to realize it's time to walk away. That you have simply grown apart.
So
And
That's
I was
understandable.
fine with that.
That's understandable.
where's
You
the
giving us
commitment?
34
What
years.
happened to
You
the
giving us
commitment?
34 years. I'm talking about the 1 and 2 year marriages that they being so in love, and they got the bridal parties, and they got all these elaborate pictures at wedding. But a year from now, they moving with somebody different. You like, damn, y'all was just in love. You just was posting your life on social media
That's
for
a
us to see
Hollywood marriage.
love. Now y'all ain't in love no more. What happened?
Right.
Yeah, 34 years. You've been with somebody 34 years. You do a lot of stuff in that 34 years. But what about the 1-2 year relationships that y'all been with each other for 5, but now that y'all said I do, y'all divorced in 6 months to a year? Where the correlation at? And is a title necessary for us to? Do we necessarily have to have a title of husband and wife for us to be able to exist?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
A lot of people do.
Yeah.
Just think of the pressures Just think of the pressures that we already face as men, and for us to be stand-up guys in our relationship, but then also say, all right, she's good enough for me to say I want to marry her after 6 months to a year or even 2 years. And then once we do that and it don't work out, what we left with?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we got to fight I think we fight for the wrong things. We be fighting for silly shit versus fighting for the real thing that really matters. Let's go. They tearing us up in the comments too. I know they is.
Yeah.
Trying to tonight, but I can't.
No, I know. I do kind of agree with you now, but then in a sense, like, it takes two people to fight for the marriage.
Yeah.
So if one person's fighting, and like I can say that in my case, like I fought all the way down to the end for change, for the growth that I expected, because I was trying to grow and I was growing. And so I expected him to grow. But complacency sometimes can be a killer as well. And when a person is so stuck in their own mindset that they can't see outside of that, and they're so complacent and they just know that everything is just fine, and they're not watering their grass, but the other person is constantly telling you and trying to fight and show and help build you, and you don't want to build yourself, then that's when you just like, all right, I'm done fighting.
So you putting more energy into them than they putting in it. You trying to save them more than they trying to save themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
that's difficult because you don't want it to necessarily. Right.
You build them up and you more positive with them than they is with themselves.
Right.
And then you like, damn, well, how can I put my trust into you or into this if I'm fighting harder for you than you fighting for yourself?
Exactly. And it wasn't necessarily about me. You know what I mean? At that point in time, you know what I mean? I was growing. I need my partner to grow with me. I want you to grow. I want to help you grow. Like I'm giving you, now this is the part, I'm giving you my shoulders to stand on, to help you grow. And you don't want to. Well, then, I can't do no more.
All right, hold on, East. Let me ask you a question. So, is it a bad thing to be complacent? Complacent if you're happy?
I don't necessarily think that it's a bad thing, but I always feel like complacency can be a very slippery slope. Because where are you complacent? Are you complacent in just knowing that this household is there and it's a form of security, etc.? But what are you doing to continue to build that household with the complacency within it? You see what I'm saying? So it's complacency is wonderful, because then that means you guys are doing something right.
Right.
But you still have to compound and build on that. You know what I mean? And you guys still have to continue to add and grow.
I agree with you. I agree with you, but there's also a part in that where when you go to make that move, that you can lose each other too.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
And that's when the losing really start, because one party may want to grow and one party chooses not to grow. So that's when it all began right there. But complacency, when you are complacent, you're happy for a while. But one of them is not going to stay. They're going to want to continue to grow, to move in a certain direction.
Now, what happened?
I just, you know what cracks me up with tickles my feathers is when we was born, like, did they give us like a book of people that we responsible for? We're responsible for ourselves, meaning you can't control what somebody else is doing. You can't worry about somebody else. Like, how many times do we go to work and we worrying about somebody else not doing their job? Who gives that? Like, you not paying them to do their job. You getting paid to do your job. You selfishly do your job, then you can stand on that. If we worrying about somebody else not doing their job, you know what we doing? We taking away from us doing our job. If you do your job, then you worry about that. You worry about that. Then you got a leg to stand on. But if you worrying about somebody else not doing their job, you taking away from you doing your job. Because there's always somebody not doing their job. Right? Hopefully the person that you're in a relationship with is going to pick up on your energy and say, all right, she rocking. He rolling. Right. Damn, I need to step my shit up or I'm going to lose this person. Or I need to step my shit up before this person see they just pulling along their weight at some point. And if it lends itself to that, sometimes it lends itself to that. Sometimes we got to carry a little bit more of the weight, because if that's where you want to be, that's where you want to be. We so worried about
even that weight out. Even that weight out.
We be so concerned about Lisa not doing her job that we telling everybody, you know what, Lisa ain't did this. Why you talking about Lisa to Bobby?
Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah.
Tommy sitting up there worrying about you not doing your job because you ain't doing your job. So when we gonna get out of this pattern of everything, like, just stop it. Like, let's stop it, y'all. Let's strip ourselves of all the impurities, like the gentleman on last week's show talked about. Stripping ourselves, detoxifying ourselves of all the negativity and seeing things from a different perspective. The moment you do that, the moment you see clearly, you think clearly, you even smell clearly, and you can move clearlier in your relationships and your partnerships and realize, I got work to do, they got work to do. We're not perfect, they're not perfect, but we perfect together for each other. When you stop trying to uncover and unearth shit, and you just live in the moment and you live with the person and y'all floating together, then shit is right. What happened to the time when y'all first got together? It was beautiful then, remember? What is the one thing that took y'all from not being what y'all used to be to where y'all at now? It probably was that one word that we talk about all the time. Drama. Not being a safe place, which we used to be. We used to sit on the phone for hours and talk for hours. Why are we not doing that no more? Right. Because the conversation is more accusatory than it is positive. Why we not sitting up there falling asleep on FaceTime and you watching me sleep, I'm watching you sleep? Oh, that's so cute. What happened to them times? Why we hate the sight of or sound of somebody's voice? Or we got 1 or 2 word conversations for somebody, hey, how you doing? And that's be the end of it. What happened? It be them unsafe conversations that led us, or that unsafe behavior that has led us to this point. Let's get back to what got us to where we at now, and we can figure it out. That's why I said the divorce rates are higher than the marriage rates right now, and that's not, and it shouldn't be that way. If you lobby to get married, y'all should be lobbying even harder to stay that way.
That's what I said.
Pumping the brakes. Pumping the brakes. That's what it's called. Pumping the brakes.
All right, so let's wrap this up, man. Last words on Lori and Michael, man.
Congratulations, they'll be back together in a month. That's my word. They'll be back together soon.
I don't think they will be back together.
No,
I don't think they will.
I don't think so.
Yo, you know who is a great example?
We know you don't think so, KD.
No, I'm saying. I mean, I just don't think they will.
Katie, just shoot your shot right now. You can go ahead. Go ahead.
You
Shoot
like
That's
that?
what I was gonna say. All
Not
the ladies is happy
even.
he back on the market. They all happy he back on
Not
the market.
even. Yeah. But no, they may think he is, but see, he still love her. He still love her. His heart is still with her right now.
As it
That's
should
not
be.
gonna happen easily.
Everybody ain't like Denise, where they could just walk away and that person dead.
Yeah, that person.
Wait a minute now. Wait.
They,
Pump your brakes.
they not like
Pump your brakes.
Person is dead.
they not like Denise. They don't just walk away and
Pump
people
your
die the
brakes.
moment
Now they don't become dead to me. No. Let me tell you. Once she get out of his heart, she's gonna be dead to him.
No, she
It's the
not.
Aquarius way.
No, she
No,
not.
Yes, she will.
That horoscope shit ain't real.
Okay, see, y'all are taking this totally wrong. When I say dead, I mean the energy. You kill their energy. That's all. Simply
Man.
kill the energy.
Why everybody always go to that horoscope shit? That zodiac shit don't matter.
Katie, I promise you, if she told him a year or two later from now, and she was like, "All right, I'm ready to marry you," he would be open arms. I promise
I would agree.
I bet he wouldn't.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
would. I bet he wouldn't. I bet he wouldn't.
Open
promise.
arms.
Oh no, Katie, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think he would.
Look at
I don't
this.
think he
I feel like
would.
he was very
Look at that.
soft on her. Like he
Right.
really, really liked her.
That's
So I
sweet.
feel like
Yeah, he did. And she busted his heart. Once he get over there, he ain't gonna get to that same
What?
place to get his heart busted.
Like
Katie,
that, man, like that. We want
Katie, hold on now. Katie, what did she do to him? She didn't cheat on him.
Well, no, but
All
she
did was
but she did not accept
not
his
ready to
proposal.
marry.
And that broke his heart.
Okay, so do you think that makes him look at her in a bad way though? That's not going to change his love for
No,
her.
But he's not gonna take that chance again to be hurt again by her.
You
By
really
same
believe
person.
that? Do you know women
I
and
don't
men?
think he would go back. I
You
don't
really
think he would go back to her.
Why not?
I don't think he would go back to her.
In love. If you in love,
Yeah.
you go. What's
Yeah,
stopping you?
I mean, yeah, as long as they're in love, yeah. But I'm saying if he get that love out of his heart for her,
That's
then
what
it's a
I'm
wrap.
saying. Where is that love going? She didn't do nothing to him. Where is that love going?
I mean, he may find someone else. If he finds someone else to put that love into, then he's gonna love that person who he found to put that love into.
So that mean he's not going to have any love for her anymore?
He will probably have love, but he's not gonna cheat. He's gonna be loyal to whoever he chooses.
First of all, you saying this shit like this nigga is you be with him every day. You fucking know his loyalties and shit. What the fuck is happening right now?
That's my name. Right?
Well, he would. He's a loyal man. He's loyal.
I'm not saying he's going to cheat or whoever he goes with next, KD. I'm saying that she didn't do anything to him for him to not still have that love for her. That's what I'm saying.
You might be right.
If the man
You
let a
might be
woman,
right.
he love her. He gonna
Right.
if she wants to get married at some point.
He
love
want everybody to get
nobody.
stabbed in the back and shit. Like, no, nigga, no.
right.
I'm just saying, emotions would go away. He's not going to have those same emotions for her.
How you know?
He's not going to have the same emotions for her.
KD, everybody heartless.
He's going to be on guard. He's going to be on guard.
People have hearts.
Yeah.
On guard of
Like
what?
I don't have a heart. I have a heart.
But this the
You
thing.
don't
What
have
is he
a
on
heart,
guard
it's
of?
over for you.
Oh, she do.
No.
Right.
What is he on guard of? His heart wasn't broken because she cheated or
Yeah.
whatever. Just says she not ready. So
Right.
now that I'm ready and I can come back and say, hey, I'm ready now. Can we make this work? You can. It's possibilities that they're gonna be working it.
Right.
That's
It's
true.
different. I do you wrong versus we just parted because I wasn't
Hold
ready.
on. I got a quick question for Katie. All right, Katie. So on the worst woman list, let me see. You got Meg, Kim K, and now Lori. Do your worst woman, because you said all these women is the worst. So go ahead. Who's the worst?
Who is mad? Who is mad?
The
Somebody
stallion.
amazing?
And the stallion.
I never said anything bad about her though. That's why I asked who was. I never said anything bad about any of them, but I never said anything bad about them.
KD, if you tell somebody that they're not worthy and they don't, that's a bad thing. You don't think that's a bad
I didn't say
thing?
she's not worthy. I just say that she was.
better.
He could have did better than he could have did better, but that's not saying that she's not worthy. She's worthy for somebody.
Do you think that's a compliment, KD?
Can we
She's worthy for somebody.
She's worthy for somebody. I mean, but she is not ready to settle down, and he is. So,
can you explain to the people and to us here what you mean by she's not worthy of him?
What I'm saying.
What does it mean?
those are teased words, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just piggyback off. I just said they weren't on the same level. He was more serious, obviously, and she wasn't.
What level is he on that he's not on? Where is this level that you're making up in your brain?
He's a loyal person. He's more of a monogamous person. You know, he's more.
You don't know his past relationships. He's a monogamous person.
Okay, you're right. I don't know, but I've never heard anything about him. I put it that way.
What did you hear about her?
Yes.
What did I hear about her? Okay, y'all want to finish telling me what all you said about her? Father and son is the first thing.
What did
That's
we say
all
about
it takes. Father and son.
We never said she cheated on nobody though. She's loyal to whoever.
Father and son.
She's loyal to whoever.
Oh, okay. So she's loyal at the time that she's with him, huh?
Hey.
She was with the
son. She just get bored quick.
With the son. When she started talking to Diddy, that was later on when after Diddy lost his wife.
But you should not have even thought about going to a father from a son or vice versa. Okay. I mean, I just couldn't imagine doing that.
KD.
I went from a daughter to a grandmother before. Like,
yeah, I seen that happen. I seen that happen a million times, KD.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't do no shit like that.
That's what I was about to say. Now you fibbing over there.
I ain't do no shit like that. I ain't go from the granddaughter to the grandmother. I went from the mother.
Listen, I'm seeing it happen, and I'm not in agreement with it. I'm with you, KD. I'm not in agreement with it. But what I will say is, what if she dated one of them and she was just friends with the other one?
She was just friends with Diddy.
Yeah.
She wasn't doing Diddy.
He's smashing all these people.
She wasn't doing Diddy. She just was friends with Diddy. They was hanging out.
Oh, okay. Well, see, they said that she was involved.
Stop casting aspersions on people like that.
Oh no, y'all the one told me. Y'all the one told me.
See, this
I ain't know nothing about.
This what we talking about.
Y'all ain't throwing me up on this bus by myself. That wheel finna spin over some. Y'all the one told me first.
Okay,
it's up to
you. If you want to run with a narrative, it's up to you to find the facts.
I never said. I said that from day one. I said
it doesn't matter to me to find the facts.
Why not? If you're going to use that and say we told you that, and you said it, and you running with that,
right?
You gotta
I'll play the tape back. I'll take y'all.
We just said she was with. We just said she was with Diddy. She was with.
Everybody's dating and hanging out. I mean, everybody's fucking. It's because somebody's dating and hanging out. That doesn't mean everybody's fucking.
Yeah, and just I agree with that statement. Just because people hang out, you fucking.
But y'all think Diddy smashed?
No.
Well, they're changing that story now, Ish.
Never changed.
That ain't what they told me.
I said that from day one.
All right, so Diddy smash. I don't think Christian smash. I mean, Justin smash. Justin probably was just liking her and was hanging out with her. Diddy said, "This mine, Daddy's home." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I wish her well. She's a beautiful, beautiful young lady. She can have her pick of any man.
Now she gets a flower.
She can have her pick of any man.
Now she gets a
flower.
flower.
Of course she gets a flower.
Look at
I
that.
mean,
Look at
They're
this
freak
one.
they all.
she's a freak.
Oh
That's one.
That's
One.
right.
That's one.
Y'all out here throwing smut on all these people's names, man. Y'all gotta chill, man. It's not
Let's
right, man.
one because
Right.
we still got a lot left show. Got a lot more show left for us. We're gonna cut right into the corner. You know what I mean? KD, we gotta put her in the corner sometime because you know Denise gets crazy sometimes. So
Leave Denise alone. But Denise got it for you tonight in Karen's corner. In fact, I'm gonna put Denise in the corner. Since Nell said that, I'm gonna read it like Denise. So this letter comes from, well, first of all, y'all know we heard everywhere. So this is written by a listener, and she just want our opinion. Now, I will ask you to please keep your comments respectful. Her opinion is her opinion, but I am about to read Karen's corner. Okay. I follow you guys on YouTube and I respect your realism on topics. Was looking for advice because of a situation that I am currently in. I have been in a relationship for 4 years with this gentleman, and sometimes we go days, sometimes weeks without speaking to one another via call or text. If I don't reach out to him, I honestly don't think that I would hear from him. I do have strong feelings for him. As a matter of fact, I have love for him because in the beginning, everything was great and we spent lots of time together. But because of his different business ventures and things of that nature, I stepped back and I allow him to be successful. I shared with him that I feel alone, even though we are in a so called relationship, and he always tells me that he will do better. We will spend more time together. I can see him whenever I want. He will make the time, but that's never the case. I can see myself with him because of the man he is, but at this point, I am ready to go. Now, the bullet points that I made, they both live in the same city, only 17 minutes apart. When she initiates the conversation, it is always I will make time for you. So that's she is the one who always initiate the conversation. He never initiate the conversation. Um, she says she's met only one person in his family and none of his friends, and that's in 4 years.
There we
I
go.
asked if there is someone else. He says no. I ask questions about myself, look pretty weight. He says that is not the case. Everything is fine. So in the 4 years, they have gone out a couple of times, but he's
Yeah.
never taken her on vacation with him. And she has expressed on wanting to go. What do y'all think I should do? I mean, each, I'm gonna turn it over to you first.
I'm sorry about that. The advice that I would definitely give would be to, it seems that she has assessed this situation and they have discussed it on multiple occasions. Things that she is needing more and additional in this relationship. He says that he's going to oblige each and every time that this discussion comes up. So by saying that you're going to oblige, naturally we're looking for that change to come. When it never comes, then it becomes, what is it that I should do? I keep asking, I keep attempting to engage a little bit more. I keep attempting to reach out to him a little bit more, and I'm not being met halfway. So now what is it that I should be doing? Should I walk away, or should I continue for another amount of time to try to make this work? And I say, either try to shake things up a little bit where your presence could
Right.
possibly be missed.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that he can know, hey, listen, I might be on the verge of losing her. I am happy with her. I am happy with, our arrangement and how things are going. And I might just be losing her because I am not meeting her halfway. So I'm seeing that she's she's going, she's slipping away from me. So then he might step it up just a tad bit and meet you that 50%. And then if it's not done at that time, then it comes down to, okay, am I going to stay or am I going to go?
I agree with that, Ish. No one can tell anyone what they can or what they should or shouldn't
Right.
do. You got to go with your feelings. You got to go with, do you feel like you're giving too much of yourself? If you are feeling like you're giving too much of yourself, then maybe you are. But talk to him, like you say, shake it up. Let him miss you. See if that's the case. But talk to him, and well, obviously she said she's talked to him about it.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
you have to go with your feelings, sweetie. If you get up in the morning time and you still feeling sad, I mean, you got to go with your feeling. What do you feel on the inside? Because you're the only one who have to get up with yourself. If you want to continue to see him whenever, you continue to do that. If you feel like it is draining you, I will say this: you could be blocking a true love for a part time whoever. We have to look those facts in the face. I mean, you could be blocking yourself from the real deal. It's been 4 years. Things have not stepped up. Maybe he's not ready to step it up. Maybe the relationship is not where you thought it was. Maybe you need to rehash this thing with him. Find out exactly what level the relationship is on.
So,
Guys, what do y'all have to say?
want me to go now?
Please.
I first want to say, look, I first want to say, why do women sit in things that it's obviously that they don't fuck with you like that? Like, it can be plain and obvious that a person doesn't really fuck with you like that, but they'll still sit there like, maybe one day he'll change. Like, why? Why do women do that? Like,
Because
Because
they have
it's
love.
hard to
She have love
right.
for him.
Yes, yes. And it's hard to find good chemistry with people. So if the times that you are spending with him is just like mind blowing and magnificent, that chemistry, you're going to gravitate to that. You know what I mean? And it's going to be difficult to find that somewhere else.
I understand that, and I don't care how good our chemistry is. If you live 15 minutes away from me and I can't see you whenever I want to see you, and it's been 4 years by now, I would have been closed this door.
Right. I agree.
Like,
well, now they haven't gone 4 years without seeing each other, though, right? It didn't say that. It's just they've seen.
No, it's 4 years. I said I can't see you whenever I want to see you. That's what I said.
Oh, okay. Now I'm with you, T. I mean, that's totally me. I that's total. That would be my stance on it. Is
I hear y'all, and I see people saying hope, but y'all still believe in that?
Well, I mean, when it's love, it's love. But that love can be draining for me.
I'm a facts-based person, man. I follow the facts.
Yeah. See, now this is from a man right here, and he said, it's obvious that maybe dude don't wanna is not what she think it is. I don't know. Nell, what's your opinion?
I don't have one.
Hold on. All right.
Yes,
Nell's pandering. All right, Ish. What you were saying? Change it up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it was this thing that I learned. It was like, let people do what they want to do, and then you just watch what they do, and then you know how to move, and that's all you got to do. It's a simple thing. I keep telling y'all, all this shit is simple. Right. I'm here to educate. All this shit is simple. Just watch what people do. Let them do whatever they want to do. Watch what they do, and then you know how to move accordingly. That's all you got to do. It's a simple thing. Simple, easy.
I got something to say. I find it weird that they live 17 minutes away from each other, and y'all haven't seen each other in four, and y'all been dating for 4 years. Y'all been messing with each other for 4 years. Y'all live 17 minutes away from each other, and y'all can't find some kind of time to to be with each other, regardless of business situations, regardless of whatever the person got going on. It's something. It's something keeping y'all away from each other. And you know what I mean? All of it can't be placed on him. It's placed on something's holding y'all back from getting together. And y'all gotta figure what that is out. Y'all gotta have tough conversations. And a tough conversation situation needs to be had.
No, I need you to put your fists up like this, man. I need you to you keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. That's what they say. That's what they say. Get the fuck out of here.
What you mean, T?
Keep hope alive. Because a lot of women are saying they're they hope that things will get better, or hope that things will change, and that's just that's just how we're built by nature, right? But I feel like if it would be easier if he addressed at least something. He's giving yeses, everything's okay all across the board, and I think that's confusing at times to women when there is no negative connotations behind anything. Is it my weight? Is it the way I look? Is it no, babe, it's not that. Well, are you just not that into me? No, it's not that. Well, do you have somebody else? No, it's not that. Do you not want this? No, it's not that. Well, then you get confused.
No.
You
know what it is? You're not asking the right question. You're asking questions that you think it is. Right. You can't ask what you think it is because he's answering the questions how it's not.
Right, that's true.
Person, if you're asking, is the sky blue, and I'm looking at that motherfucker and it's purple, I'm gonna say no, it's not. Right. But if you ask me what's keeping us away from each other, then you allow me to open up my mouth and say, you're asking the wrong questions. You're having the wrong conversations, babe. Is it me? Evidently, it's not. I like what I see because I'm with you. What is it that's holding us back? Why are we not getting together? How come we live 17 minutes from each other and you're not coming over to my house or I'm not coming over to your house? Right. You could work all day long. I gotta lay the fuck down sometime. You did? How come you're not at the door? How come you're not, inside the house when I get there? Or I could pull up to your house at any time. Right. It's something that's not being always discussed. Yeah, we're leaving out vital parts. Because in 4 years, regardless if it's just a booty call or if it's a lover, you pulling up at some point. Because they get lonely and they want something that's consistent in their life to pull up on. So,
but I also, I'm sorry.
He not like we gotta stop beating people up. We don't know the thing. He giving her crumbs. You don't know what she giving him.
You can't dangle me with crumbs, man. Yeah. I'm hungry. I need to eat.
At the end of the day, is she standing up for herself? Is she allowing this man? Is she allowing this person to get away with it? Then that's her fault, not his. Person only going to do what you allow him to do.
Right.
I don't allow people.
That is true.
I speak up for myself. I'm not going to let nobody play with me. I don't care if you say I'm aggressive or not. I'm gonna let you know that you can't play with me. Right. So you're gonna approach it differently the next time, right? So that's what people gotta understand. You gotta stand on your ground. You gotta stand up and believe in what you believe in. If you say you want this to work, then stand on it. And if not, then you gotta do what you gotta do. It's not hard. We make it so hard, and we ask questions to people who single. Who don't care a fuck about nothing that we got going on. The people that we asking these questions to ain't invested in what we got going on over here. We're not invested in that. So our answers and our responses is going to be real general. Either leave or stay. It ain't nobody in the middle saying, work it out, figure it out, pull up on him, let him pull up on you. I don't know. That's why
I told her to go with how she feels. This is my thing right here.
She don't know how to feel.
You don't hurt.
Obviously, her mindset is not in the right place. Obviously,
right. But okay. And see, this is my thing right here to hurt. You're gonna hurt anyway. You're gonna hurt anyway. Get one big hurt out the way, girl, and be through with that if he don't come around. Because you're gonna keep on getting hurt over and because if he's been doing it all this time, you open the doorway for your relationship to be accepted this way. Chances are he's not going to change.
I love
He
how y'all
might
be.
change. He might change. If he do, then you will have opened his eyes, and the change will be for the positive. But if
Positive,
he don't
right?
change, baby, you're going to be hurting for the
Mhm,
rest of your life
mhm.
versus you hurt for about 3-4 months, if that long, and go on and find somebody that is worthy of your love.
No, now
That's
this
right.
the thing. This the thing, right? How we know? How we know homeboy didn't tell her, yo? How we know that she not a nag? How we know she not a shit starter? How we know she ain't got her own insecurities that she brings to the forefront? And homeboy, like, I talk to you every day, and every day is the same story. I don't want to be involved in. I don't want to be around that. How you know he didn't speak up and say, I'm not rolling with that because ain't nothing positive whenever we talk. And I know if I come around, it ain't gonna be nothing but negativity. We argue when we get around each other.
But that's
But we
what I'm.
don't.
So
That's
she
what
could be saying to us, they live 17 minutes away. We've been in a relationship for 4 years. We barely go out, we barely interact, we barely fucking, we barely doing anything.
right. No, but that's what I'm.
Why?
That's what I'm saying. That's where the crumbs come into play. If you cool with those crumbs, then you got to be cool with that.
You
But if you
cool with
not,
it? Yeah.
if you not cool with those crumbs, then you got to make a decision. Like
It don't even
Right.
it be
decide on
it could just be I don't want to come around you because I know it's always something.
right. But that's what I'm saying. So now,
Then
if I'm the girl, and you tell me that, now here's where I got to make a decision.
decision. Right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. It's
And
the
it's
it's the
easier
one
to
or two
just tell
option
me
thing.
that.
I'ma stay or I'ma go.
Right. And
I'ma
now,
love it or I'ma leave it.
right. And piggybacking off of you saying about the questions, like you asking the wrong questions, you're asking the wrong questions, right? So then he sees her struggling with wanting to know things, and she might not be asking the right questions, but then is it not
Right.
his responsibility to then say, well, babe, I see that you're struggling, you know what I mean, and you asking me these questions, and you're not really reaching on it, but here's what it is
No,
that
no, it's not his
He is
responsibility.
not going to do that because he don't care enough
right?
for her to do that.
What I was say.
Is
It is in
right, that's what I
action.
was going to say. Does it?
If he don't care,
Yeah.
Right,
then
he
it's
don't
not
care.
his responsibility because he
Care
don't care.
about what? What was said?
And
No,
he
I'm
don't.
saying, does that mean he
If he
doesn't
don't jump out the,
necessarily give a fuck enough
yeah, if he
to
don't, if he don't
even?
jump out the window and just break down to her what it is.
Right.
Who knows?
And I think sometimes that's
Yeah.
answers in itself,
Right,
you know.
right.
So, if you don't just want to walk away from it, then you can, switch it up a little bit, try to throw a little something different in the mix. And then if he's not responsive to that approach, then it's the decision is to probably roll.
It's a real simple thing. All you got to do is take the cookie away. Y'all good at doing it. y'all,
Bro, take
y'all
the
good
cookie
at
away.
doing it.
He ain't going to get the cookie.
Y'all good at doing it.
He
Yes, he
not going to
is.
get it. Ain't the cookie because he ain't evidently they ain't seeing each other because she's
No,
saying they live 17 minutes away. They don't see each other. So
they
the
don't
cookie
see.
ain't in play.
No, the letter is saying they don't see each other how she wants to see him. They're seeing each other, but not how she wants to see.
So exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We not getting a full story. What does she want? What does she want all the time in the world? And he can't provide that.
Then she got to make a decision.
Exactly.
Right.
Gotta make a decision.
Well, talking every 2 weeks or barely, or that is not that's not enough.
That is,
It's
she's,
not
yeah.
it's not saying
I'm
that
not
it's
gonna, I'm
not
not gonna,
necessary.
I'm not gonna say that because I've been in those kind of situations and it was cool.
And that was full-fledged relationship, or that was just you
No,
dealing with someone.
it was a full-fledged relationship.
Some
You
people look
would
at
you said where in school, T?
I didn't say I was at school. What we
Oh,
talking?
okay. I thought you said school.
What we talking about school for? I was
saying
at
he was
home.
a young boy.
Okay, but in
I
any
was at
case,
home.
that
I was
again, that needs to be defined on what type of relationship because with those type of communication, that much space, it's not much of a relationship. I
that don't.
mean, I wouldn't
That's
even
not.
consider that a relationship at
That's
all.
not
Hell,
true.
I be dating girl. I'm
That's not
just
true.
being honest.
KD, that's not true. Some people
Yes,
don't have.
that is true.
That's not true, Katie. Some people don't have to talk every day. Just because you like to talk to people every day, some people are not like that. Some people are cool with I'm gonna see you when I see you. Some people is cool with that. And
Well, yeah, so then it's not a serious relationship.
no,
Again, define
you're not
your
listening.
relationship.
You're not listening. It's a serious relationship. We're not dealing with
No, not
nobody
here, it
else.
ain't.
We're not dealing
Not
with
here,
nobody
it ain't.
else. It's just I see you when I
That's why
see
it
you.
get weird when we try to offer up our
Oh,
opinion because we
wait.
can't say how like we telling people to walk away or whatever because we would do that. Evidently, you gotta tell her to do what she think is best for her.
Right.
I
Right.
can't
Well, that's
tell you
why I say go by
That's
your
what he
feelings,
said.
sweetie.
Yep.
Go by your
what think
feelings.
best for y'all. If you want to stay, by all means, stay. If you like being there, then do what you got to do to continue to be there. If you don't, then that's a decision you got to make. We can't tell her, "Oh, I wouldn't handle that, so I would leave." Then she jump
Mhm.
out the window and
I'm just saying, baby, if you
Aisha,
want something full time, that ain't it.
you don't know
I'm
that.
just being honest.
That's
We
what
don't
I'm
know that.
saying.
We don't know that. We don't know what the future holds. Just like we don't know if
That's
Michael
true.
or Lori Harvey gonna get back together. That's something that we
Well,
can't
talk,
know.
talk to him, sweetie. Talk to him. That's what I suggest.
This
And maybe
girls,
we can get another letter, update letter that things are, maybe y'all will be getting married. You
Yeah.
never know.
Mhm.
yeah, he might.
You never know. Maybe this right here will push it.
He chilling, man. He
Yeah.
chilling. He chilling, man. He playing PlayStation right now, man.
He probably,
He playing PlayStation right now.
he
Y'all,
probably watching up, homie.
like,
Mhm.
All right, are we done with Corner?
yeah, yeah,
Karen, Denise,
Yes.
yeah. We straight. We straight.
are we
We're
moving?
straight. We're
What's the
straight.
Yes.
And
overall?
thank
What's the
you
overall?
for sharing that letter with us.
Yes. Thank you.
What's the overall outcome for Shorty so Shorty can know what we talking about? Leave him or staying? What we doing? We leaving him?
Uh,
We
the, the
we
overall, the
love it.
overall, the overall outcome is change your behavior to see if his behavior changes.
Mm-hmm.
Head in the back seat of the car. He gonna come around. Head always does.
Head always do the trick. Head always does the trick.
He don't come home
Well,
after that.
she's probably doing that anyway.
She
She's
not.
probably. How do you know?
What is y'all? What is y'all definition of a sometime relationship? That's what I want to know. What's y'all definition of a sometime relationship?
Sporadic communication,
What's up,
not
baby?
consistent.
What's up,
Yeah,
baby?
not consistently
Booty
seeing each
call.
other. Yep.
Booty
Booty
call.
calls is
Well,
booty
it's
calls.
answered by the other
Booty calls
person. I don't
is booty
understand
calls.
that. Y'all
That's
wanna
not a relationship,
correct the
right?
other person. Y'all know on the other side of a call, that person got to answer. Hello, I'm coming
Right.
over. Okay, got to open the door. Got to open them legs. Got to bend over. Got to squat. It ain't no booty call, y'all. What it doing? So if you say
Right.
if you allow a nigga
It's
to
a
come
booty
around
call.
and hit your
I
shit,
mean,
Not a booty
if
call.
there is not a relationship, a full blown relationship,
KD,
that's a booty
KD,
call.
KD, what determines a relationship? That's your definition of a relationship.
Commitment.
permanent relationship. That person
Commitment.
is the factor. They
KD, KD.
they
So KD. So if I got this one girl and this is the only person that I'm fucking with, but we don't talk every day, we're not in a relationship.
Well, I mean, that determines if
I
you
guess
feel like
talking
you
about
are.
those people.
right.
That's what I'm saying. You making up your own definition of a relationship. That's not
The
real.
relationship is defined by those two people, what they are going to accept and not accept.
Right.
If they say we're in a relationship, but they see each other once a month,
Right.
it is what it
That's
is.
real.
What happens
Well,
Right.
if you
that's
live in
why I say
what happens if you live in a
decide
different
your
state?
level
You don't see
of
each
your
other,
relationship. Everybody is different. Everybody is
but
different.
if your person is in a long distance relationship, are they seeing each other every day?
No.
No. So you could be in a relationship and not see each other every day. Touch each other every day. Feel each other every day. But y'all in a
But it's going
relationship.
to be some communication.
But what happens if it starts out that way, right? And everybody is in an agreement to it.
Right.
But
But
then one person eventually wants a little bit more.
But what if they don't?
Right. Well, then if they don't, then I guess it just continues as is, and
Right.
it's cohesive for everybody.
Right.
But then what happens when one? Well, let's just say what happens when one person wants to? Is it is it bad then that person then wants to change up the flow?
Yeah, that's a conversation.
Yeah.
That's a conversation.
Right.
Because that could have
Right.
been their case. That could have been their situation. And them 4 years that they've been talking,
Right.
or they knew each other, it could have just been they see each other when they seen each other.
Right.
And now things have gotten to the point where that's so consistent that
Right.
once you had time, I had time, we made time for each other. We seen each other and did whatever we did. That was the norm for us. Now you might be in your feelings a little bit more. You want more things to happen. You want more things to go on. And that person just ain't on that thing because that's not where y'all started at. It ain't no shame against him. Y'all got to have a conversation at that point and saying, I want more. You could be asking him the question that she asking him. Oh, do you think I'm pretty? Yeah, you sexy. Are you still into me? Yeah, I'm still into you.
Right.
But they could have just been an occasional link.
Right.
Now she don't want an occasional link. She want more because her feelings for that situation grew. So now she want more. He might not even know what she want because she asking questions like, do you think I'm sexy? Not, do you want to be in a real relationship? Or do you want to be with me full time?
Right. You communicating, but just because you don't communicate every day, that don't mean you're not in a relationship. I don't know where y'all coming up with this shit.
17 minutes could have been 17. Y'all live 17
Yeah.
could have been y'all seen each other in the mix. Y'all hollered at each other. Y'all did what y'all did, and y'all ain't talked for 2-3 weeks.
Right.
For 4 years, that's comfortable.
Right.
We men ain't programmed to not be caring. If we've been in a relationship for 4 years and we know certain things, we gonna act accordingly.
Right.
If it's just a smash and grab, or we see each other when we see each other, we link and we go 2-3 weeks without talking, then you get an occasional text from me saying, hey, what's up? How you doing? And I know what that's gonna lead to, then that's what you get.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just because that's not enough for you per se, that don't mean that another couple is that they're not in a relationship because that's how they move. Every couple moves how they move, how what works for them. So you can't say, they're not in a relationship because they don't talk.
Yeah.
Like, what?
That's true. Because a lot of relationships are not necessarily traditional in the sense of, those type of things, calling every day, seeing each other every day. It's a lot of non-traditional ways to have healthy relationships. That's understandable. Yeah.
Man, that's old. Sometimes you need some time to miss somebody. Shit.
Right.
All right, yeah, that was Karen's Corner. Thank you for Karen for taking us into the corner with you. Thank you.
Well, my last words on that, like I say, you got to make sure you feel good. If you feel good staying there, by all means do. Have a talk with him. See his relationship change. Only you and him know what's going on. Have a talk. Maybe he don't know exactly how much you love him. Pour your heart out to him. Do whatever it takes. If you want to fight for your man, you fight for that man. And things pick up.
What's happening over there, lady?
And I'm gonna play for my Bluetooth.
Hold up.
She been losing that Bluetooth.
So we
The baby ate the rubber part of it. The baby ate.
All right. Thank you, K-Day, for Karen's Corner. We are now going with 60 seconds from now. With Nell, that segment, we're not even doing sports this week. I've started a GoFundMe. The link will be up, and about as soon as we get off of here, the GoFundMe, new technology. We need to get her into the 21st century. It is imperative. So we have started a GoFundMe on behalf of Uncensored Minds to get KD a new phone, a new earpiece, and we're gonna walk down that yellow brick road.
All right.
Get a brain.
So help us out, y'all. Help us out, y'all. We're gonna make a GoFundMe and help us out, y'all. Okay, we gotta bring KD up to speed.
It only takes 10 cents a day to get this person the technology that they need to continue to go on. It's like those little infomercials where they asking us to help them buy food for the little African kids with the little bees flying around their face. That type of situation. Please help us out. We can't continue to go on like this any further. And other entertainment news.
Aisha losing
it. I'm losing it. I'm always the one that loses.
Entertainment news. If y'all haven't seen it, go out there and see it in the local movie theaters on Netflix. It's a great movie. It's called Hustle. It's highlighting the NBA and the ins and outs of scouts and how they go look for new talent It was shot here in this beautiful city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Adam Sandler is in it. A bunch of recognizable basketball players are in it. And there's a great story about a young man from Spain who came over to the United States to chase his dreams. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's called Hustle. It is now in theaters and also on Netflix. It's a great watch. You won't be disappointed. Also, The Wait is almost over. The wait is almost over. June 26th, we will have the last season of The Chi. So let's make sure we go out there. If you haven't subscribed to Showtime, or if you let your subscription lapse, please do not text me, ask me for my password. I know I did that last year with some of y'all. I've got my own subscription now, so I'm good. But if you need to link up with somebody, make sure y'all link up and watch these series because they're about us. They represent our culture. What else we got going on? Shout outs to all the graduates. I want to shout out to all the graduates out there. Y'all look beautiful.
My son graduated.
We want to make sure we highlight the graduates out there and also the parents for getting y'all kids to that point. Shout out to all the graduates. Shout out to Tay. Shout out to T. T is now he said he's out of his bed. He ain't got to do a bed.
I'm free.
Both his kids grown out of school. Shout out to T for holding it down. Shout out to everybody. I've seen a lot of people who graduated this past week. Congratulations. It is a big deal to do that. Shout out to my little brother. He just turned 21. That's a major feat where we come from. Some people don't get a chance to see it to 14, 15 nowadays. But he actually made it to 21. So I just wanted to say I'm proud of him. Instead of he's like my son instead of my brother, so that's the reason why I'm pouring that love and affection out in front of y'all. And anybody else out there, kind of under the weather a little bit, just found out I had bronchitis. I was in the hospital yesterday, so I'm dealing with that. But I'm able to get out and make sure we came on Uncensored Minds because we had a great show for y'all this evening. So keep us all in your prayers, Ish, KD, T, and also myself as we continue to move through life. You know what I mean? And make it how we make it. That's it. That's all I got.
All right, I want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in and stayed on, with us all this time. We're still moving up. Make sure y'all like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the live notification bell. If anybody needs Uncensored Minds t-shirts, holla at us. We got Uncensored Minds t-shirt. Shout out to the S Gang, man. I don't think we shouted out the S Gang today, man. S Gang, what up?
Swerve, all them kind of S's.
All right. S Gang, what up?
Spirit.
No. Nell kicked her out.
Oh my God! Nell, you kicked her out. Oh my God!
I don't know what that is. I can't. We can't be letting
the
demons
spirit game.
Satan.
Hallelujah.
Satan. I'm telling you, Satan.
You caught the Holy Ghost. What's going on?
That's not part of the S Gang, baby.
People, please help us with the GoFundMe. Not only will we get her technology, we got to get her some therapy.
Some therapy. Not the therapy.
Oh. What's the therapy for, Nell?
The craziness coming from over there. What you mean?
Hey, this is, I'm sorry, but what you see is what you get. This don't stay here.
Gotta work that out. We gotta
figure this out.
Gotta get some healing going over there.
I think we need to have TD Jakes on something to bless this thing or something because we got all kinds of shit going on here.
I like the judge, man. I like the judge. What's that judge's name, man? The lady judge, Ish. What's that lady judge's name?
Oh, the one that's on, what's the name?
The
marriage counseling show?
Yeah, she be on the marriage camp.
Oh,
she do divorce court, don't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got the short hair, right?
Oh, talking about Laura Lake?
Yeah,
the short hair.
I can't think of her name right now. But
look at this one.
Who that?
We ain't doing nothing. Just trying to get a GoFundMe together.
Hold on. We got a new S Gang member. Hold on. We got a new S Gang member.
I saw that.
You said she's ready to join the S Gang?
Brenda. It's Brenda. Brenda said she's ready to join the S Gang. All right, Brenda. We got you. S Gang, what up?
S Gang, what up?
S Gang, what up? You turned me toward the S Gang, man. Lynn Toller, yeah, that's her name, Dana. Thank you, Dana.
Yes.
Lynn
Yes.
Toller.
Thank you, Dana.
Mhm.
I like that.
Say what? You gonna get Lynn from me?
Yeah, she cool. I like her.
Yeah, I like Lynn.
You're gonna get an exorcist for you.
Mhm.
I can't.
They can't help me. I make them run
Y'all
back.
go out there
All right.
on the Showtime app. This is a real good watch. It's called The First Ladies. It's highlighting four of the first lady presidents, former first ladies: Michelle Obama, Betty Ford, what's the other one? Hillary Clinton, and forget the fourth lady. But it's awesome. It's an awesome series with Michelle Pfeiffer playing, Betty Ford, Viola Davis playing Michelle Obama.
Michelle
And
Obama. Mhm.
I don't know the other lady's name, but that shit is all. That's something that might have my attention until the shot come on.
Nice.
61st Street it was another one that can't wait for that series to come back on. That's a John. So continue to keep watching these good shows so you can bring these things back.
Support
You know
the
what I mean?
black shows. That's why we don't have shows as of now. We gotta support these shows. They get canceled after one season because people don't be watching them. You know,
Yeah.
KD on YouTube all day. You know, support the black shows, KD. Just
Okay,
put it on.
I have watched all of Ptolemy Gray. Y'all need to watch that one, Ptolemy Gray. It's only 6 episodes.
What?
I never heard of that one.
Hey,
what?
Yeah.
It's with Samuel L. Jackson.
Who?
It's called
With
The
what
Last
network?
Days of Ptolemy Gray. Ptolemy Gray. I'm talking about some Ptolemy. I'm sorry. Ptolemy Gray.
I can't.
What
They
network,
try to be
Karen?
funny. Huh?
What network?
she don't know.
Yes.
Wait. Because I've seen Apple TV.
Apple TV.
Apple TV.
Oh, they have their
Mhm.
own, like, okay.
Apple have their own TV.
What that is? Ptolemy? What's Ptolemy?
Ptolemy Gray. Ptolemy. It's spelled with a P, but it's Ptolemy Gray. The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray. It is a book, actually, by
Hold on,
Walter
KD.
Mosley.
What does that word
Walter
mean, KD?
Mosley.
Yeah, what is that
I don't
word?
know what does that word mean?
That's his name, Ptolemy Gray. That's the name, Ptolemy Gray. That's his name.
Spell it.
PTOLEMY.
Oh, I thought you were
It's
saying
spelled with a P.
the polygamy.
Yo,
Well, yeah, I'll be saying.
I seen this on my. I seen this on
The
my
P
favorite
is silent.
One episode. We gonna have a spelling bee, man. I seen it
We're gonna have an IQ.
And your girl is in there, y'all, 2 times, okay? But you can see me one time, episode 4.
KD, why you trying to skip over the spelling bee, KD? You scared?
Oh no, bring a spelling bee on. Bring a spelling bee on now. No, I ain't never skipped no spelling bee.
Spell Sharif.
SHAREEF.
I'm mad that you gotta look around and think about it.
Yeah, I'm like, you gonna with it.
That's easy.
No, because people spell it different ways. Some spell it SHARIFF.
You know the basic spelling of it.
Yeah,
spell
T Muslim name.
Let's not get crazy.
Spell who?
T Muslim name.
Asan. Yeah.
ASHAD. Is that what you said? Ashad?
No, I said Asan.
ASHAN.
All right, congratulations. You know our Muslim name. But even though we Christians.
Facts. Let's get up out of here.
Yo, this episode 83. Thank you again.
Wait a minute. Emily said that Karen is going to win the spelling bee.
Thank you, Eb. Eb know her bestie. Eb know her bestie.
I don't know, KD.
Eb know her bestie.
I'm highly intellectual, KD. I don't know. I'm highly intellectual, KD. I don't know.
Well, he did.
I'm not. I think you would give me a run for my money. I know you would give me a run for my money. But
I hate it here.
Too funny.
I hate it here.
Too funny.
I need an enema after the show. You dig? I'll be so full of it. It'd be so. I just be like, what? I'll be having nightmares until Tuesday.
Oh my god! I can't.
Hey.
I cannot.
Yo, don't forget to check us out. Telemade Kicks Wednesdays 8 p.m. We chugging forward. We just had our 1 year anniversary show last week. If you've missed it, you missed a great show. But episode 51 is going to be even better. So make sure y'all come out on all these platforms. I know we asked, do you prefer YouTube to TV? We on YouTube. So to all them people that said YouTube, like us on YouTube on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. for Telemade Kicks. Like us on at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Uncensored Minds. Don't forget, like, share, and comment. And also hit the subscribe bell so whenever we go live, you can get us live. So you can stop texting me, Nell, where's the link? Nell, when is it coming on? If you subscribe to us, you ain't never got to worry about Nell not responding.
It'll pop up right on your phone. Whatever you're watching it on, it'll pop up and it'll say they are now live. And you'll be able to
and if you need one of these shirts, no matter what we got on, if you want shirt, you want T-shirt, I don't think y'all. If y'all want my shirt,
hey, and you can DIY it, okay?
Yep. I know that's right. Yeah.
I'm trying to show her butt.
DIY, baby, make it you.
let me
Make it you.
Show her ass.
Or a KD shirt or the India shirt. As y'all can see, T is a burgundy shirt, but you can customize it to your own color. And you can show the colors of your spirit wherever you want. You can get whatever you need. Hit the man up in our inbox. Your shirt will come right to you. A lot of people in the comments said, "Thank you, T. I got my shirt. Thank you, Nell. Thank you, Ish. Thank you, Karen. We get y'all shirts out to you. We don't keep your money. We don't spend your money. We get your money, and we do what we do with the money."
Yeah, man. Episode 83.
Right.
Episode 83.
Hold on. Look, why Ebony always been Ebony? My best. I'm gonna bring my bestie on this next week. They're gonna take it for me. Nell said he needed enema. He just be so full of shit. No, I didn't say that. I'm full of shit. I said this show.
You did say that, didn't you?
I meant this show. Y'all never listen.
Yes.
My feelings hurt now.
There we go.
My feelings hurt now, Ebony. You didn't. Look at this. No, but thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much to the audience. Thank you so much to my castmates. I felt like shit, and I still do. What I went through yesterday was kind of, a little scary. But I'm here to see y'all again and laugh and joke as I still recover from whatever I'm going through. So thank y'all to all the prayers and people who know what's going on. Thank y'all to everybody out there that said get well now. Thank you everybody. Just makes us laugh because laughter is one of the best forms of healing. One of the best forms of medicine is to laugh and have a great time. Stop being so uptight. Stop being so mean. Stop being so hateful. Stop being so ready to just walk away and just love.
Have some fun in your life, man. Have some fun. Life is enough. Life is hard enough. Have a laugh.
And if you just can't find that happy spot in your life, call Ish. Get a toy. Bust off a couple. Maybe that shit might help you.
I already told you, man. Weed plus a toy equals a good man. I already told you.
OMG.
Hey, no, it don't. Weed and weed.
I was going to say.
But y'all replacing us with weed and toy.
Let them have.
I don't know. With the way men are acting these days, y'all, it's easy to do.
See?
Hey, you made me say it. You made me say it. You made me say it. I'm sorry, y'all.
That trucker hat.
Girls are drugs. Don't believe the hype.
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm the more toys, Brenda, in my inbox. I got you.
But I mean, really, take the Karen Korner letter for instance. She come out a whole lot better with a toy and some weed than him.
No, she not.
No, that
That lady, I'm trying to get that lady electrocuted.
That toy can't
Not
lift you up.
electrocuted.
Yeah, I can't.
That toy
Flip
can't
you over,
It's too much.
flip you over, toss you around a little bit.
I mean, toy can't do all that. Toy can't kiss you on your neck. Toy can't do all that.
Yeah,
Well, he ain't there kissing on the neck anyway. So
can't flip you
hell,
over.
if you ain't got nothing kissing on your neck anyway, anything will help.
Get you something. Stop not trying to get
Say what now?
Get you
Get you
something.
something. You don't want nothing. So, it ain't nothing kissing me on my neck, nigga. You ain't outside to get
Well,
you.
I mean, if he ain't coming around anyway, how is she feeling it?
There you go.
Right? You can't argue with that one.
Nope. We ain't doing that tonight. Episode over. Episode.
Hold up.
Right.
Hold up.
Not tonight. I
Not
can't.
tonight.
If they ain't coming around anyway, you ain't feeling them anyway. So
Wait, I'm pushing the sand up over my head right now, T.
Right.
I'm pushing the
What's
sand
going on?
up over my head.
it's nothing wrong. It's the truth.
Listen.
Not
Nah.
that part of
We'll
it
figure
tonight.
out next Sunday.
It's the truth. If you ain't feeling, if they ain't coming around, you ain't getting it no way. So
We'll see
damn
y'all
it.
next Sunday.
Go get you a bag of weed and get you a rose and have you a good
Her
time.
letter
Shit.
did not say. Her
See,
letter
you're
did not
leaving me
say.
by myself neither.
Her letter did not say she was sex deprived. She did not say she is not getting none. She just said that he.
Bye, y'all.
Fuck it. I guess I'm still here. Her letter ain't say none of it. Uncensored Minds, episode 83. Thank y'all for hollering at us. As y'all see, we crazy in the mud. But that's the one thing, beauty thing about us here at Uncensored Minds. We want to have fun over everything else. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay positive. And we'll see y'all next week.